wonder what goes on inside the game?
Deep ball's got a man and got him. Touchdown, Braylon Edwards.
Join Braylon Edwards and Shep.
Edwards has it. 10-5, touchdown.
On the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Ball looks in zone. Got Edwards for the touchdown.
Where they dive deep into the heart of sports. Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m., they're bringing you expert analysis, exclusive interviews, and a fresh perspective on the sports you love. Don't miss it, only on the Woodward Sports Network.
It's always good to get the microphone in front of you before you start talking. Welcome, everybody, on a Friday. Made it to the end of the week on the Braylon Edwards Show. Ricky and KG are with you. I'm glad you're with us as well. Every Monday through Friday, 2 till 4. And my friend is to my right, and we got some really good things on tap for you, including what it feels like. As a unanimous All-American, he can relate to
You got that right.
getting ready for the first week of a regular season. I know Michigan State aren't doing that, but 5 games, 10 teams are doing that. So I want your thoughts on that. But first, this music is very contagious. You've got music that's contagious anytime
100%.
you ride around town.
100%. Look, man, first and foremost, you're right. We made it to the end of the week. God is good. We had a couple things that have happened this week that could have went the other way, including things today, and they didn't. So God is definitely good. I'm glad to be here with you guys. Glad to be here with KG and Ricky. Excited. Just excited for the weekend. Excited to kind of relax, chill out a little bit, watch a little college football as we get ready for the following week, which is going to be the Open featuring Ohio State and Texas. But I'm glad to be here, man. It's going to be good. The music aspect. So I feel like we're going to lose a lot of our older music, our hits, our classics, if you will. I think our era, my parents, I know your parents, Ricky, KG, they implemented in me the music of their time. They implemented the music that they thought was important, the artists, the musicianship, the studio, the bands, like the sounds, the things, whether it was Earth, Wind, and Fire in my dad's car, whether it was Rakim in my dad's car in the 80s to let me know what real hip-hop was about, whether it was insert what our parents listened to. And then what did I do? When I'm in my car, every once in a while, I'm playing Stevie Wonder. I'm playing the Bee Gees.
The Whispers.
I'm playing the Whispers. My man just passed away. The Twins just passed 100%. Whenever you call me, I'll be there. Like, know these songs. But this music came from my parents. I was listening to my niece. Shout out to Rain. I love Rain, my baby.
So cute.
She's running around the house early today, and she's singing Stevie Wonder. And in the middle of singing Stevie Wonder, she's like, what was I singing? The Billy Paul when I came. She's like, me and Mrs. I'm like, she said Billy Paul? Me and Mrs. Jones? Now, I know what the song is about, but it doesn't matter. It's the fact that her parents, my sister, my brother-in-law Cam, they're instilling in her core values that now she can pass. It's not like that. These kids today, and I'm not trying to get up here and be that, hey, you kids, get off my lawn, but like the classics are dying. Like, I feel like we came up with so much good music, even in hip hop. Like, 2002, insert Kanye. And what Kanye's message was in the depth, we were able to take it from just R&B, Ricky, to hip hop as well.
And everybody was collabing back then. Remember, every R&B artist was with a rapper. Like every album you listen to a hip hop album, there was an R&B song on it. It's an R&B album, there was a hip hop song on there.
Man, they don't listen to any of that. Parents got younger, they only listen to trap, they listen to rap. Kids are starting to listen to, Lil Baby, Da Baby, all that trap rap from Chicago.
What is trap rap? Education.
Like drill music. All they're talking about is it's not
just
good.
Look it up when you get home. Just turn.
Don't look it up, Shep.
Don't look it up. I want you
look up Chief Keef.
Don't do that. I don't think it's only rap that does that.
No.
So the genre.
Country is country's changed too.
It completely changed.
Country is.
I don't expect everybody to be George Strait or John Denver, but it is very
Trace
different.
Atkins.
They don't even have the same elements though. Like my mom listened to Randy Travis when I was younger. My mom listened.
Good songwriter.
100%. She listened to all that when I was younger, so I was able to hear good music. It may not have been my cup of tea when I was younger, but I was able to understand.
You can appreciate
this is good music. This is good writing. This is good.
I think you're good about that. You do a really good job of. You diversify your music.
You got to.
As you should.
You have to.
If you're a real music lover, you will do that.
But not everybody does.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I say you guys are willing to try different things, I think that's really cool. I'm not great at that. I'll be the first to admit I'm not great at that. My kids like different music than
You don't
me.
have any
That's
Celine
okay.
Dion in your catalog?
Absolutely not. My kids listen to different music. They don't necessarily like my music, which I know. I get it. It's our cup of tea. Not everybody's cup of tea. When we used to drive out east every summer, everybody had a chance to play their own song.
I like
so there's
that.
6 of us in our family. Yeah. You know, my wife plays much different music than everybody else, and so on and so forth. But anytime I would put my music on, I look in the rearview mirror, and my kids are just like, "Oh my God!" You know?
Really? Yeah.
No more Motley Crue. No more Metallica.
Hey, man, Sweet Home
please.
Alabama, turn up.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
100%.
So there you go. Well, that's not Motley Crue, but I hear what you're saying. Yeah, that's all right.
I was about to say, that's Motley Crue? You about to blow my mind.
No,
I said, all this time?
I meant Home Sweet Home.
Oh, gotcha.
You're right.
I meant Home Sweet Home.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
It is Home Sweet
I feel
Home.
like music now is cult following. Like it's a cult following because of all the social media, because of YouTube, because of the streaming, and because of the reach. Like if you're not following, talking about the younger individuals, if you're not following what your people are following, the masses are following, you're stupid. There's something wrong with you. So people are lazily following what's popular.
So what is it? Is it the inability to write songs? Is it the inability to play the songs?
Exactly
is it
what
the
it is.
inability to sing the
I
song?
want to hear this,
I'll let
Ricky.
Because
Ricky-
I don't think there's very many good musicians
I have a
anymore.
thought. I'll let Ricky go.
Okay,
It's
if you
twofold.
look, I was going to say, sorry. If you look at Prince and how he can play the guitar and play all the
Every instrument.
and whatever, it doesn't have to be Prince. It could be Paul McCartney. It could be Ted Nugent. Whatever.
Yeah.
The ability to play those. I mean, Kid Rock plays all those different instruments. I don't see that as much anymore.
So it's bad for me to say that because we're streaming online, but that's what kind of changed it for people.
Yeah, streaming.
That's why songs are so much shorter now.
Yeah.
Because they're just trying to get those streams. That's it. There's nothing. That's just what they go for. It's all numbers, all analytics. So like whatever they see works, they then just throw money at because it's the big corporations. No one like SZA's not big because everybody likes SZA because a group of people liked her and then they started putting money towards her and then it's not until later on they realize she's making love songs that aren't about love at all. They're all about hating men, but it's too late. She's got 10 million records.
She's a side chick extraordinaire.
Yeah, oh my God.
Big fact.
Like that's where music is about. It's about being a side chick. And what happens? All the women they gravitate towards that music. So now you got a whole bunch of women that are glorifying being a side chick.
Right.
They're glorifying being a side chick
if they know what the songs are about.
And the problem is they do.
Yes, they do.
Yeah,
they
these
do.
days.
They listen to it over and over and over because of streaming.
Yeah.
A kid, I had to explain this to a PD one time. I mean, owner of a radio station when he didn't understand why I wanted to play a record more really fast. Kids today, when they like a song, they can play it over and over and over and over and over and over and to nauseum. Back in the day, you couldn't do that.
You can get your CD out.
Yeah, they can just put it in their ears and just
CD
play it
be
all
gone.
day. So they know they want to know the words. Then you got TikTok. They need to have a dance to it. So imagine how many times you got to listen to a song to get the dance. That's all they're chasing. It's just numbers and numbers. It's crazy.
That streaming stuff that Ricky is talking about is 100% real, and what you got to add to it is it's called keeping up. Like you have to keep up, and Lil Wayne really got to start if we want to be honest. And I'm not knocking him for it.
Soldier Boy.
Well,
gotta give it to Soulja Boy.
I'm saying in terms of keeping up. Lil Wayne was putting out so many projects, so much heat that now, as opposed to being an artist, you know, in Lil Wayne's category, and he's successful, as opposed to being able to take my time with a project, I could take a whole year to put something together, a year and a half. So now when I put it out, you guys are getting masterpiece. You're getting the Black Album. You're getting Jesus Walks. But now because I got to keep up with all this stuff that's coming, artists are dropping 100 songs in a month.
2 months is old for a song.
I have to keep up with that pace. And to
Yeah.
keep up with that pace, I got to put out some BS music. Because there's no way to dial in authentically to 100 songs in a month. It's just no way.
Or worse, they got to do something to go viral.
Yeah.
So they think that that's going to boost. And that's another, that's the second part to it is that everybody just tries to go viral now. So somebody can be really popular online and people go listen to music and music's trash, but just because they got 1 million people or their followers to go, now that's on the charts. And now it then get pushed. It's crazy.
So my son is the lead singer of a rock and roll band called Anti-Ghost. Really good, by the way. They've got 4 albums out.
Yeah, that is
4 albums are Detroiters. If you can't get that type of social media push, labels aren't going to look at you.
Yeah, not at all.
Even though they've got really good, like their last album is All My Friends Dig Graves. Really good, deep songs. But really,
they are good at naming things.
No, that's a fact.
It's a really good album. It really is.
Yeah,
but they can't get a sniff because of all about the
And to be
social
honest,
media.
you don't even want to be in that game because record labels are losing money at this point. Like, it's a whole different game.
How do you make money?
The labels are making money.
Labels are making money. The artists are losing money.
The labels are making money.
You see
Unless
more
you have a
independent.
co-following overseas. The only way to make that money back is be like a Travis Scott, where your following overseas is so ridiculous
Right,
that concert and touring. Like, the other part about it too is, it's the record labels or the people putting out music or the people helping the indie. At one point, they got to the point. This is what works. This is what people are looking for. So now I have a template, which is Future. So now now I have to sound like Future in order to hit. So here you go. Here comes Migos. Here comes Young Thug, who was a clone of Lil Wayne, who started off. So let me start with Lil Wayne.
And it's
Lil
multiple
Wayne,
labels. So
Future,
one label will
Young
have one.
Thug, Lil Baby.
But they are influences.
And now it's like I have
right?
to sound like this for it to work.
But everybody has an influence. I wonder what the line is between sounding like somebody because they were popular or being influenced. So I'll give you an example. I was watching an interview with Ted Nugent the other day, who's one of the greatest guitarists of all time. You know who is? I mean, Chuck Berry was a massive influence on him.
Yeah, Chuck Berry's
The Duck Walk. Let's go.
No, seriously.
crazy.
I mean, so he started playing it,
Yeah.
and you're like, wow, now I get it.
Right.
Right? Is that the influence, or is he copying that person? Now, obviously,
like
it's a different
it's a
generation.
fine line.
but-
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of both.
little bit of both. You were talking about churning out 100 songs in just a couple of years. Tool spends 7 years between albums
Yeah.
because it's got to be so
you can't do that now.
perfect.
Yeah.
But you can't do that
What
now.
Ted Nugent did was he imitated the musicianship, he imitated the feel, he imitated good music, and then he infused it with his own musicianship, his own good music,
The
his
sound
own
is pretty
stories.
close. Yeah.
True, but like it's done the right way.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's necessarily the truth in today's age. I feel like
Gotcha.
if you can sound like Ariana Grande, we're gonna make some money off you. We're gonna sound like you. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna imitate your whole thing that's working for it. It's not about the artist choosing to say, you know what, man, my influence is a little bit of Kanye. Let me take a little bit of his consciousness from 2000. Let me take a little bit of him being creative and daring to go spaces and add it, kind of like Travis Scott did. Like, that's now in the space where I think it is gone.
I really think it's two things because, to Shep's point, you know, are there artists really making real music anymore? There's still plenty of artists that do authentic types of music. I think the problem is, one, we're in the streaming era now, which is a catch-22 because your music is at your fingertips now. You don't have to dig through crates anymore. You don't have to wait for album releases anymore. Everything is at your fingertips now, and if you have to take it upon yourself to go do the research, especially for the younger generation, because that's where the second problem comes in. The older generation aren't really showing the younger generation these types of older music, so they're not going to research it. But you have all the tools at your fingertips to get that type of music if you want it.
Yeah, but Braylon's sister is.
Yeah, and to the credit, I was about to say, and to the credit of the younger people, like I did a graduation party the other day, and she only wanted early 2000s hits. Like I was playing, I think like J-Lo or something. She's like, you only play the early 2000s hits like this? So these kids, some of them are finding that music, but it's just like it's like a small subset of the overall.
And that's
because
because of TikTok. You bought that. That's because of
Yeah,
TikTok.
TikTok,
Because
yeah.
all the old school hits or all the 2000 stuff, they come out with a TikTok dance or you come out with some theme based on. So now
And
they
then
hear
they'll
that
go
song.
search it.
Now they want that song.
Yep.
So now 100%.
Did the
research.
kids like it, Ricky?
Yeah.
They did.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
they loved it. They
So
were eating it up.
sometimes you listen back to songs. One of my favorite things to kind of go search for on some of the social medias, listening to certain songs for the first time ever.
Oh, yeah.
Songs that I've known for a long time, and suddenly somebody's listening to whatever, Kickstart My Heart for the first time, and getting a feel from that. If the younger generation, to your point, is exposed to that, then you're going to gravitate there. If you listen to Marvin Gaye once, I don't care what song it is.
Please talk about it.
I'm
You're hooked.
serious. People will go back. I want to hear more from this dude.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a purity.
It's beautiful.
It's a purity.
But that's music.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much is music today. If I can't understand you,
Right.
I have
It's
a hard
production.
time.
Now it's production.
Yeah.
There's a small sound. Yeah, you got the look. And we can work on the sound. If the sound
right,
decent.
exactly.
And now it's production.
Who's the dude with all the tattoos on his face? Does the
All
Bud
of
Light
Post
commercial.
Malone.
Thank you.
Okay, I was about
So
to say.
my wife and my daughter love him.
Yeah.
Absolutely love him.
And he is a
Same
good
with my
musician.
wife.
And they went to his concert. They thought it was fantastic. is that really his voice, or is there some enhancement there?
It's some auto-tone he used.
Yeah, but he's
Post
an
is
amazing
nice
writer.
though. When Post
Yeah.
came out with his very first joint, White Iverson, that was back in like 2014.
White
It was more on
Iverson.
the hip hop R&B line. He wasn't what he is today.
He Machine Gun
They
Kelly
tend
his
to
way
do that
to
a lot. That's a whole
success.
other thing. But it was smooth. He could sing, and it was a good vibe, and it was feeling. You could tell that he was putting his all into the music, and it was something there. First time, my sister put me on Post Malone. I heard that White Iverson in 2014 had just moved back.
Man,
to
that
the
was
crib.
that
I'm
joint.
like,
Yeah, that was a.
I'm
you
so
guys-
so you
sad.
guys
I'm
like
so
that?
sad.
Because there's a lot of people, even people
But then he
who
went
have.
to Circles. He went from White Iverson to Circles.
Yeah,
And now he does country,
did,
right? Doesn't
yeah.
he do some country album?
He Machine
all
Gun
country
Gun Kelly his way to the top. That's
right.
what I
Man,
was
what?
calling it. They used
Better
hip hop
than
to get in
Machine
the
Gun
door,
Kelly.
and then they just Jelly Roll did the same thing. Jelly Roll was
Miley
making.
Cyrus did the same
Yeah,
thing.
well, Miley Cyrus, she kind of just flipped and then came back.
No,
Yeah,
Miley
she
Cyrus did the Disney, then she went to pop,
Yeah.
then she
You
went
went to
she
hip-hop.
messed around with all the
Yeah,
hip hop
that
stuff.
was a
She
phase.
blew up, and then she went back.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I can see it. But the Hannah Montana was big. That's why.
No, it was, though. She
gets
had her own
She gets a
lane.
pad because she did that. I feel like it was just like a phase, and she just was rich.
But
so she did
Miley
it
and Hannah
publicly.
Montana, they had a certain genre in the headlock.
100%.
After she went and did all the other stuff and came back, she had the whole world in there.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I see what you're saying. But, like,
Completely out of my world, but it's a fascinating conversation.
Yeah.
it's a common thing,
It is.
Shep, that people will use hip hop to get in, and then they'll just abandon it.
It's
when
a
they get
huge
chance.
influence. You can't deny that.
It just,
Yeah.
it's just unfair.
Hip-hop
It can't
is
be used
pop.
the other
Yeah,
way around.
it's a huge influence.
Yeah.
But I think what's even more important is the influence that the black musicians had on rock and roll as much
Absolutely.
as anything else. Well, you can't ask him now, but when Eddie Van Halen talked about it,
Yeah.
that's the influence.
Yeah.
When AC/DC, these are my favorite bands, when AC/DC comes out with their album,
It's Muddy
who do you-
Waters.
who do-
Muddy
they're-
Waters.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Who do you
the
think's
Sto-
their
the Stones.
influence?
The Stones bought Muddy Waters and all those individuals
100%.
to London
Black
because
musicians
they-
helped create
100%
rock and
rhythm
roll,
blues.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But the Beatles.
But shoot, at least the UK invasion was able to give the credit to where it deserved.
Yeah.
Right.
Meanwhile, in this country, dealing with all that BS.
Shout out to Elvis.
What?
Who didn't give him credit? What are you talking
Elvis.
about?
No. Actually, I was not talking about Elvis. I was not talking about Elvis.
Yeah,
I was
gonna say Elvis. There's, like I said, I brought up Eddie Van Halen from a guitar standpoint.
Eddie Van Halen. Here's a little fact about Eddie Van Halen, and it came back to bite him in the you know what. Eddie Van Halen he's on a bunch of the greatest solos of all time.
For sure.
One in particular, he's one of my top 5 guitarists of all time, so I can speak freely about this. One in particular is featuring somebody everybody knows, the most famous person of all time, Michael Jackson.
Right.
He refused to be in the video of Beat It because he said this music is trash and it won't go anywhere. His solo was in the video. He did the solo for the cash.
He didn't make money off that.
Well, 100%. But I'm saying he wouldn't be
Yeah.
in the video.
Right. I think because what happened was they asked him to come in and play.
Go ahead and educate me, Shep.
No, I'm just in my version of this. They asked him to come in and play. He played and left. He literally played it. He's like, okay, and then they're like, oh my God. And he's like, okay, see ya.
Right.
And then he said, I didn't want any money for it. But he literally came in and it was a quick session.
Yeah.
It's not like they were trying to pinpoint
amazing.
anything. Yeah, it's just who he was. He was a different cat anyway.
True.
I can't say that I know the video. I know the guitar solo.
Yeah.
I think it's fabulous. And it's obviously a great song. Why you wouldn't want to make some money off that song is beyond me, but maybe he just had enough money. I don't
Because
know.
remember at the time, Michael Jackson, and this is true. When Michael was doing his first solo album, it was Off the Wall, and his second album, which is Thriller, this is around time MTV starts to come around. This is around time you can start watching videos on TV, everybody can see it. They wouldn't put Michael Jackson on MTV.
Yeah.
They would not put Michael Jackson music because they didn't believe in it. The transition from child to like R&B soul to this pop, whatever this
Quincy Jones,
is,
and you got
they
Quincy
didn't think it
Jones
was
in
gonna
it
be
too.
here, much like rap. So Eddie not wanting to be on there is what him watching MTV do at the time. Like Eddie was on MTV, but Michael wasn't on MTV. The music wasn't on MTV, and you wasn't seeing a lot of that. So I think Eddie made a conscious decision to say, well, they don't rock with it. I like Michael, but I don't want to be on it if a video pops up. Maybe
Gotcha.
like that.
Yeah, that could be
Like
something
I like
along those
him,
lines.
but I'm gonna make a business decision, which is fine. I've made a lot of them in my
Yeah, I don't know what I don't even know what MTV has become. An absolute
A rerun
farce.
channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first video ever played on MTV was that Video Killed the Radio song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The video killed the radio.
And then the
star.
second
Grand Theft
one,
Auto, remember?
and then I think the second one was a Pat Benatar song. Believe it or not, those were the first two songs ever played. It's not quite that, but it's in that genre. You're right about that. She was a fabulous singer for sure. It's a really interesting. I like talking music with you guys because I
can do it all day, man.
I do. I know you can, Ricky. Ricky's
up.
like a flipping encyclopedia.
Yeah.
When we come back, an encyclopedia about football is Braylon Edwards, especially when it comes to getting ready for your first game of your college season.
Ooh.
5 different games this weekend. Braylon gives us a feel for what maybe some of those student athletes are all about. But first, Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson is the fighter. Let him fight for you. Go to benfights.com. Now, Ben Johnson Law, they're tough, they're tenacious, and they're trial lawyers. That means that they want all the smoke. If it's a settlement or if you go to trial, they will be ready. Let Ben fight for you, man. We partner with him for a reason because he's the guy. He's in charge. He wants to take your case. If you have a case, reach out to Ben Johnson Law at benfights.com. Guarantee they'll put you where you want to be.
Every Sunday, there's only one place to get all your kneecapping, hard-hitting Detroit Lions coverage. Start your Sunday with the Lions Weekly Report with Broder and Terry Foster. Then, the Lions pregame show with Neil Rule and Sean Belizean. At kickoff, keep it locked in for all the emotions of the game with a live watch party with the heavyweights. Then, recap the game with the Lions postgame show with Anson. Game days, there's no other place to be than Woodward Sports. Live all game day. Go Lions.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
The boys of summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight. This ball is gone! The boys are back in town. Feel the roar with Woodward Sports. Head to woodwardsports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. Woodwardsports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at woodwardsports.com. A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
I am in the market for a new car, and my wife and I are driving down Woodward the other day, and she's like, what do you think of that Hummer right there? I said, man, it looks really sharp. It looks really good. And right now, Les Stanford has got it looking so good that you would look even better in it. The 2025 Hummer EV SUT $599 plus tax. The 2025 Hummer EV SUT $699. You could do the double cab Sierra Elevation. Used to have one of those, only $169 plus tax. They've got their fleet is immense. The colors, the combos, they've got something for you. Trust us when we tell you this. Go to Les Stanford, GMC, and Buick. Les Stanford, Buick, GMC. All these specials. Find them on the website, lesstanford.com.
We back.
Super pumped for this weekend for a lot of different reasons. No, not because the Royals are in town to play the Tigers. And no, because the flipping Lions are playing the Texans.
What about Maxwell? He'll be at the Aretha. That doesn't excite you?
The what?
Maxwell, the artist, he'll be at the Aretha, Shane Park.
Shout
That's
out
not why
Maxwell.
you're excited?
That's not why I'm excited.
Okay.
I am, although good for him, or them, or her, or whatever.
Or
it is.
them.
He identifies as he.
Yeah.
I like him. I like him already. The college football season is upon us. I know it's not thrilling. All right. I don't know who in Dublin decides to go and watch Kansas State and Iowa State. So be it. I think Matt Campbell's a good coach, but whatever. Those kids are finally, it's paying off for them. Here we go. They get to kick off and they get to hit somebody else for real. And it's not like the NFL where you're scrimmaging against Miami one week and Houston the next week to get ready for your regular season. What are these kids feeling right now? How energetic do you think they are?
Here, let me start here. Like the people that say, as a whole, there are some that feel this way. The people on the majority of people that say I'm not ready for college football season, or oh, it's so different and the tradition is different. I believe in my mind from the time football season is over to the time it starts, that's where all the conversation happens about what football in college used to be, which is true. I love the game it used to be, not necessarily where it's going. But with that said, when the season starts and you see all the matchups and every week, not to mention money's on the line, it's a mini NFL. Last year, people were extremely excited. The numbers were up, the views were up. That doesn't necessarily mean anything. But I think people get excited. I think they get dialed into it.
I think it means a lot. What do you mean?
100%. Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I think it means a lot.
People are excited about the matchups that you see on a week in and week out basis. You don't have to wait 6 weeks for a huge matchup. You don't have to wait to the middle of the conference schedule to see that big matchup of Penn State versus Ohio State at the end of October or the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So now I think people are excited. Going into what people are thinking as players, just a chance, man. I think it changes, but this is my thoughts. When I was a freshman, after going through training camp, like I was just excited for the opportunity to get on the field and make a play. Like I just knew, hey, if I made a play, people would see me. And you make a play, people will see you. The coach will see you. I got an opportunity to maybe get some more playing time. Maybe work myself into the starting role.
I'll show you. Yeah.
I'll show you. And I looked at it as it's a job. It's an interview. Like each week is an interview. Like each week is a job, is an opportunity to go out there and increase your position. Whether you are a fourth stringer each week, I want to be a third string.
I would argue this.
I want to be a second string. I want to be first string. If I'm first, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Unless you've gained 1,000 yards through the year like you did 3 consecutive seasons.
Yeah.
Only 3 players to ever do that in NCAA tournament or NCAA history. Every practice is just about an interview.
It is, but the game is different. Like for whatever thing it is that way in practice. Practice gives you an opportunity to show the coaches, hey, I'm here. Hey, I'm studying. Hey, I'm paying attention. Hey, I remember. Hey, I'm on it. I know where I'm supposed to be. I know where I'm supposed to line up. You can count on me. But it's something different about the game. Like when I was ESPN, like back in the day, it's an opportunity to be top 10. It's an opportunity to make a play. It's an opportunity to catch a touchdown pass. What do I do after I catch a touchdown pass and we win the game on Saturday, Shep? Oh, guess what? We get a chance to go around campus.
Yeah.
We get a chance to go out. You get a chance to fully immerse yourself in the college experience of being on the football team.
DMOC, man.
One big man on campus
right.
and making plays. So I think that goes into it. And you go to parties and, first time I caught a touchdown was my sophomore year. First game, we played Washington. We went on the field goal at the end of the game. Like before that, like people didn't know me. Yeah, they know that you're on the team, but they don't know you. Caught that touchdown. We go to a frat party. Yo, everybody, Braylon Edwards is here. I was, oh, yeah, I made it. Like, I arrived. I went out there and had the worst practice ever that next week.
Yeah, right.
I was feeling my slope. I was reading the press clippings. But it's just
some dude's doing an upside-down kickstand. Yo, it's Braylon Edwards. Hold on a second. Come on over here.
If you notice me from upside down, that's terrible. But that is it. It's the chance to get better. It's the chance to move your position. It's always an opportunity to interview. Now, for me, I was interviewing to be the third string receiver, then the second string receiver, and then eventually the first string. Then now I'm interviewing to be top 10 receiver in the country, top 5 receiver in the country, and then the rest is history. But now with the money and the NIL, like it's much different. Like
I think a lot of people were hoping that you would have stopped right there. I mean, because that's seriously that's what it's all about. I mean, we love that nostalgia with college football. And I'll admit, I'm a hypocrite here. I have argued on behalf of players for a long time that the season, look, going 14-16, I thought was a lot. 16-17, I disagreed with. And I disagree with 18 too. Yeah. But on the other hand, I'll watch it. I love it. And the same thing in college. These college kids are playing NFL schedules. I'll bitch about it, but guess what? If they played 12 months of the year, if they played 52 weeks, I would watch it
Could you
It's one of the
imagine?
few sports.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's probably the only sport that I could watch year round. I mean, if it's legit. I mean, no offense to the UFL, I'm not watching that. But overall, it's the only sport. I love all the other sports. Couldn't watch them year round. Football, maybe it's because it's once a week. I could watch every single weekend.
I will say this though, I don't know what it's like to play in this day and age, and what I mean by that is just the constant pulling in different directions. Like I did 4 years in Michigan, I didn't have anybody pulling me. Like I didn't have anybody.
What do you mean anybody pulling you? Media?
No. So nowadays, if you're, let's say year 2, let's say you've done something, let's say Jeremiah Smith, Ohio State. I couldn't imagine what it is to be Jeremiah Smith at Ohio State currently right now as a sophomore. He's got to worry about. I just had to worry about the playbook. All I had to worry about, do I know the playbook? Do I have my chemistry? Am I going to class? You know, am I taking care of my body? No, but, you know, it doesn't matter. I'm 18, 22, it doesn't matter. That's all I had to worry about. And then on Saturday, go out there, be Braylon Edwards. Now, Jeremiah Smith, on a day-to-day basis, he's talking to his agent, because if you don't think he has one already, you're crazy.
Oh,
he's talking to his agent, his financial advisor. He's talking to his attorney. He's talking to his coach like it's his buddy, because coaches are no longer mentors. Coaches are, they're just boys, you know, that want to guide you in a way and don't want to ruffle too many feathers because they don't want you to transfer. So now you're kicking it with your coach, and you're not going to class, and you're doing all these things.
Talent evaluators.
100%. You're already talking NFL scouts.
Sure you are.
Like there's no gray area except for when it comes to Michigan, Jim Harbaugh, but there's no area in which you don't talk to people, a bunch of people pulling at you. Oh, by the way, you still got to go out there and do what you did last year, which is 15 touchdowns, 1,315 yards, 79 catches. You got to go out there and do that again with all that on your mental. I didn't have all that. I didn't have to process all that.
Would you be on social media today?
Yes.
Would you?
Yeah.
Yes. I appreciate that it wasn't as big then, because we partied. We got after
man.
it.
I was just
like,
having
we had a
with my
great
boy the other
time.
day.
The clubs downtown Detroit,
Oh, man.
Elysium. I can go down the list.
Oh, man.
Miami, Vegas, New York. We did a lot of partying.
Yeah.
So I'm glad it wasn't
lived it
out.
up. Okay. I would
I
tell
would be
kids,
now, though.
I would tell kids to stay off it. I saw something.
Good luck
funny.
with that.
I know. No, you're right. I mean, you can't get 12-year-olds
You can't
off
get a
it.
job
Yeah,
on
like,
social media nowadays.
You're
man.
right.
You need LinkedIn.
But I saw a social media post about Jeremiah Smith, and they were talking about how much he squats, 550, how many reps he does, 2 1/4, 20. That's a big, strong kid who's just a sophomore. Okay.
Yes.
They had all his vitals. Every single day, someone's putting something on about him, whether it be good or sometimes bad. And that's why I would tell him to stay off it. But yeah, you're right. I mean, all these people tugging at you in so many different directions. And then on top of that, every class you go to, they want to talk to you about football.
Yeah, right.
And even your buddies back home, perhaps, are asking you about football. And it probably gets a little old. At some point, you'd like somebody to just say, hey, man, how's your day going?
When I was going to Michigan, like my boys, one of them came to Steel not too long ago, Josh, son, Caleb. They were asking me, like, was I going to make the team? No, not make the team, but they were asking me, like, where was I going to be second team, third team, second year? Like, yeah, I had 1,000 yards, but it's like, are you going to make the NFL? Like, are you going to be a first round, second round, third round, fourth round, junior year? It's okay, you know, you be a second round, first round, senior year is what it is. So that was a conversation, but it was more respect. You made it to college, and let's just hope you make it to the NFL.
Big
let's
time
hope
college, though.
True.
Yeah.
And let's hope you're first round. Now these kids, they know what you are because they know what you have. Yeah. Like your boys know what you got paid. It's public information. It's public information that Jeremiah Smith got paid 1.2 to go to Ohio State. So now your friends aren't asking you about what the potential is for you to get drafted. Now your boys are constantly on you.
Right.
Yo, are you gonna get $2 million next year? You get $5 million next year.
Let me
What
hold
do you
$1.
get on the side?
Yeah.
100%. Let me hold this. Like you're not even. They don't even care about the NFL. It's so much that goes on to the college landscape, the college side of things with money and NIL and collectives, and it's so much to worry about. So the people counting your pockets already.
Oh yeah.
They counting your pockets already.
Guys, I've always been amazed at how many people around athletes are there with their hands out. And,
Too many.
And I think it's one of the underrated parts of the challenges of being an ex-athlete or current athlete.
Yeah.
Because
just being in the public.
Well, yeah, I
public
mean,
sphere.
it's just everybody thinks you just got so much money, so it's like, hey, can you pick
matter
up
what.
this tab?
Yeah.
Can you pay for this? A friend of mine who played in the NFL for a long time once said, here's what I said to my family. You need your electric bill paid? I'll pay it. You need your water bill paid? I'll play it. I'll
Nice
pay.
man.
I'm not buying you buffs. I'm not buying you
paying your
Prada gym
electric
shoes.
bill.
I'm not buying you a mink.
I'm not buying you a car.
These are called miscellaneous expenses.
Yes.
If you went to accounting, you would know that.
Yeah. Right.
I'm not paying your electric bill.
None of that.
Well, I mean, some people who come
is
from less fortunate situations, if they don't have the money to pay an electric bill and they're still working their tail off.
This is how my mom and I kind of operated in that space. Like,
Yeah, how did that go?
We weren't giving away free money. Luckily, I put my mom in charge of the money, and I didn't have to worry about it. Everybody respected my mom. Hi, Mom. Respected Mom Dukes. Respected what she was.
God love her.
And I, the first couple individuals, I just pushed them. I didn't care how close a friend they were.
Yeah.
I said, hey, look, man, you gotta go, Mom, talk to that. And Mom was able to slate it in such a way that we stayed friends.
That's smart.
And they couldn't get any cash. The one time that we gave one of my boys some money, won't say a name, but what I will say is he came to me, and I know this brother, love this brother. I knew he wouldn't come to me unless something was going on. He really needed it.
Truly needed it. Yeah.
But as opposed to just give him the $1,200 that he was asking for, which wasn't much.
Yeah.
As opposed to giving him the $1,200, you know what we did, Ricky? Gave him a job.
There you go.
Like, I made him the head of.
That's how my boys do it.
I made him the head of my
That's real.
foundation. And now he's the head of my, well, not head of my foundation, but he's manager on my foundation, working alongside my mom.
It's better for him.
Now he's got benefits. Now you
Yep.
have this.
Beautiful.
And when
You
I
got a
tell you,
chance.
he was lights out working for my foundation. The things that he did, appreciate you. You know who you are. But that's how you approach that situation. Give him a
100%.
job. Bring him on board.
Teach your man to fish.
Because they'll appreciate it more later on down. They'll appreciate it.
Teach your man to fish. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Good for you. And
Yeah,
That's
really
what I
good.
meant to say by I wouldn't pay the electricity bill. That's what I meant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You jogged my memory. I knew where he was going.
Yeah, no, I think that's fantastic. That's going to help them long term.
Yeah.
Not just the $1,200. Suddenly, I've got a job. I feel more worth in my life, and I can hold my head high, right?
That $1,200 would have ran out. Like
Yes.
Quick,
what we did, he's able to provide. He has health care. He has dental. Like he
He
has
has a chance.
Yeah, that's
He
beautiful.
got a chance.
That's beautiful.
That's called a difference maker. When we come back, the difference
My
for the
GM.
Pistons this past season
Uh-oh.
was their three-point shooting, including by one player who got in some alleged trouble. Now that he's been
Bet on
cleared, do you want him back?
Bees
We'll
is
soon
free.
Find out. BlackRock is never free, but it is worth every single penny.
Oh, yeah.
I know we were doing the summer giveaways, but let's take a break from that and let's focus on what BlackRock is. Looking for dinner plans that sizzle, hit the BlackRock Bar and Grill, home of the steak on the stone. Mention Woodward Sports and score an exclusive. Check this out. 20% off your food bill. That's a lot, ladies and gentlemen. 20% off of a bill. Taking that 100 to an 80, that's all I'm saying. Don't miss their daily deals like Tasty Tuesdays, Thursdays, steak and scampi combo, and Sunday sips. Also, check out the new summer flavors. You ready for this one? Pineapple brulee cheesecake. Are you a cheesecake guy, Shep?
Cheesecake guy, and anytime Kool-Aid's in here, I'm always a Kool-Aid guy too.
Well, there it is. Kool-Aid and cheesecake on you at BlackRock. And don't forget to get our giveaways. You want to do that, you go to blackrock.com. Check this out. We partner with the best, so forget the rest. BlackRock Bar and Grill.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Hey, I don't care if it's Sundays in Detroit. It could be Friday nights. It could be Saturdays. I mean, KG last week, it was it was Saturdays for him where he got that smooth Sun Cruiser vodka iced tea. Yeah, you liked it, didn't you, man?
Absolutely. I have another one.
So you were at Sean Belegian's last weekend for a barbecue, and you popped that up, and it felt light, and you could barely taste the alcohol.
Which is dangerous, yeah. You got to watch them.
That's a dangerous thing.
It can be dangerous but fun. I mean, 100 calories, so that's why KG looks very svelte. 4.5% alcohol. Suddenly, he's been able to rise in that regard. Yeah. It really is. It's perfect for the cookouts. It's perfect for the tailgates. It's perfect for, in my case, the couch gates.
Yeah.
That's where you want to be. Sun Cruiser, vodka, iced tea, and by the way, Woodward Sports are a great pair. This season, let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser and Woodward Sports, but like KG always reminds us, drink responsibly.
Hey, that 4% will turn into a 16 real quick. Real quick. Gotta watch it.
Okay. Really fun basketball season last year, wasn't it?
It was amazing.
I think overall, I mean, if you were a Michigan State fan, you were a big, you enjoyed it very much.
Yep.
If you were a Michigan fan, you enjoyed it much.
Yes.
They were better than you thought. And of course, the Pistons were so much better. They go from 14 wins to 44. No one's making that leap again, but it gave you hope. One of the big reasons was because of Malik Beasley, who set a franchise record for number of threes, but also finished second in the NBA in triples made. The Pistons had proposed what was believed to be a 3-year, $42 million contract for him. So as you can tell, that was good money.
Absolutely.
Really good money. He was getting ready to get paid, and then suddenly there's an investigation. An FBI gambling allegation of throwing games into Malik Beasley. Then they dipped into the personal life, missed some opportunities to pay rent and so on and so forth, and all hell broke loose. Reports today, the FBI says he's no longer under investigation. He's cleared of that, something Malik Beasley stood fast with, said, listen, this is not me. I did not do this. So they have come to the conclusion that he's free and clear. But he's also open for business for his basketball talents. The Pistons could sign him to a 1-year. They could only afford $7.2 million. He had a multi-year deal on the table. The belief is that he could sign with Detroit for 4 years and almost $31 million. They have since pivoted strongly, as you know, in the draft and in picking up 2 veterans in Karis LeVert and Duncan Robinson. Would you guys entertain the opportunity to re-sign Malik Beasley to a multi-year deal? Anybody would do the 1-year contract. Don't bail out on me on that.
I got you.
I want to know if you do it for an extended 3-year contract at about $31 million.
That's rough.
That's the tough question of the day.
Before I answer, I will say this. All this was going on last year, wasn't it?
Not the FBI investigation, no.
But what I mean is everything the personal side of things.
It wasn't made public. I mean, maybe the Pistons knew, but we sure didn't. I didn't know about it.
Missing the point. I'm not talking about the Pistons. I'm not talking about the front office. I'm talking about for Malik Beasley. Him as an individual.
Yes.
He dealt with all this last year.
Yeah.
Whether it was the personal stuff, whether it was knowing what was going on, whether the investigation was looming and would come out.
Yeah.
And he still finished second in the league in 3-pointers. And he still had the influence that he did. So the way I look at it is that case is now gone. I don't care about your personal life realistically, if I'm being honest, because guess what? Everybody has a personal life. Everybody in professional sports is struggling with something or dealing with something.
Everybody in life is struggling.
Thank you, 100%. Amen. If you can show your butt up to the Detroit Performance Center every day you're supposed to, if you can show up to LCA on time when you're supposed to, if you can do the things that we ask you to do, you're talking about getting him at a valuable price. I wouldn't have a problem bringing him back. Just from that standpoint, he dealt with all that last year and still was lighting it up. Now, I got some moments in the playoffs that I wasn't necessarily particularly happy with, but as a whole, Malik Beasley I think he did a lights out job for the Pistons last year. Now you can get him at a steal,
Yeah.
a discounted price.
Roughly $10 million. Right. Where does he fit?
That's the real question.
That's the big question.
Yeah.
Where does he fit?
Because Jaden Ivey is on his way back. You did go out and sign Duncan Robinson and Karis LeVert. Right. I would love to add him to this bench unit, and maybe you can run some different sets with him. But when somebody can shoot that prolifically, you can never have enough shooting in the NBA.
Agreed.
And he loves the team loves him. He wanted to be back here by all accounts, and they were ready to pay him the money. So, I mean, if the Pistons don't frown upon, some of the things that were going on with him, why wouldn't you bring him back, especially for a team that's in a position of trying to take that next leap from first round exit to, maybe even contending for the Eastern Conference? Is wide open right now.
Also, too, you look at let's just go with the Celtics for a second. How many three-point shooters do the Celtics have?
A lot.
Everybody on their team can shoot.
Yeah, a lot.
Including the big man Al Horford. They find a way to maneuver the roster so it works. It's the best roster in the NBA when they're completely healthy, just my opinion. Do the Pistons have some lights-out players that can get more time than Malik Beasley, or that they can't split some time?
No.
Is Karis LeVert showing you that he's going to be a dynamic three-pointer and an off-the-ball shooter, and he can get the ball to the cup? Duncan Robinson, love him as a player. He's a Michigan guy.
Shout out.
The last time he's been consistent from the three-point line.
Yeah.
So my thing is
he made like 180 last year.
But what was the percentage? I said the percentage, not necessarily how many he made.
I got
the percentage. So
I'm just saying you got to make up somehow. You've
Right.
got to find a way to make up 600 threes if you believe if that's the philosophy.
Absolutely,
I
yeah.
trust JB Bickerstaff with his philosophy. If you believe that, you've got to make that up over 600.
That's a
because
lot.
you lost Hardaway, you lost Beasley, and you lost Schroeder. All right. So how do you make that up? Robinson helps. Karis LeVert's not a big three-point. He's a decadent drive-it guy,
Right.
And a good defensive player. Ches Lanier, you draft. Who knows what you're going to have with that? Marcus Sasser, Ron Holland's going to give you a little bit more. Javonte Green, you added in the offseason for about $1 million.
Javonte can go.
You lost me with the last two, but you lost with the last two, including Sasser. But you're talking about a three-point shooter that on a 1-year deal. He wouldn't get a 3-year deal. I think they do a 1-year deal because that's all at this particular, in my opinion, that's all he's worth giving to. Like, we don't know what you're going to do during the season because that's the other side of it. Like, because of what you do off the field. I don't know what it looks like for you during the season. I don't know if you got other stuff going on that's going to influence how you play, influence how you act. So you're doing a 1-year deal. This is a 1-year situation for a team that isn't there, but it's close.
Yeah, if I'm the player, I'm not doing that, though. I mean, here's the you just said that he was dealing with all that last year, and look at how he came to play, always ready. Well, who knows what he's got going on, and if he does have something going on, he had something going on last year and he still performed, so why would that matter?
Because if you're another team, you're not taking that bait. Like,
if you're another team,
if
not
you're
the
another
Pistons,
team, I said that from kind of like, like his standpoint, like where his mental is at,
Yeah.
and then the Pistons. This is kind of like their situation. If I'm an outside team, if I'm the Pacers, I'm not bringing in Malik Beasley for what? If I'm
you lost a lot of scoring. I mean, when you lose your two best players.
But then when something happens and something blows up, and then people say, we knew this is what was going to happen.
Yeah, I think you run that as a general manager. My point of view would be, you run that risk with everybody.
Yes, sir.
And anybody you sign to an extended contract, you run the risk of people going, see what happened. You're not going to sign all these guys on 1-year deals. If you're Malik Beasley, you poured your heart and soul out last year, busted your absolute ass to get there, and he wanted to be rewarded with a multi-year deal. Something got in the way of that. My guess is he understands he'll have to take less money. He still wants the long-term protection.
Don't care what you want. At the end of the day, this is the situation. There's a new situation. There's a new order of things. In this particular order, let's just say it played this way. We got a 1-year deal for you. We'll give you a little bit more on a 1-year deal, but it's a 1-year deal.
So the only way you get him is if you're the Pistons.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're Trajan Langdon, you can only afford the 7.2.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
Which would be an unbelievable deal.
Yes.
All right. For a guy who had the type of season last year.
100%.
You're saying that's the only offer you would give him. You would take the contract and go, it's a 1-year 7.2. You wouldn't do the multi-year deal, even though you were going to do that when the season ended. You were willing to do that when the season ended.
27 years, bet on yourself. 100%. That's what I'm doing.
And for the Pistons, they already allocated the money elsewhere, and it's like, I'm not about to sign you long term. I still have Jalen Duren to worry about. Maybe I want to keep Jaden Ivey. I still have that coming coming up.
You can still do that.
No, I mean, sure, but you don't want to allocate that money. And then another thing is, would he be ready to take a reduced role as well? Because not only is he getting less money, when you come into this team, the way it's going to look this year, you probably are taking a reduced role as well. You're not going to start, and bench minutes, depending on the matchup, it may not be as much as it was last year. So I'm just saying.
But earlier, you said you can never have enough shooters.
No, for the Pistons, yes.
Yeah. So if you can never have enough shooters, is it really a debate? Why wouldn't you bring him back? If you don't believe in Marcus Sasser or Javonte Green, and I don't totally disagree with you there, although I think Sasser has shown some flashes.
No, he has.
I mean, suddenly you've got, think about it. Think about your backcourt with Cunningham, Ivy, and then you've got Robinson as a swing guy. You've got LeVert coming off the bench. You've got Beasley coming off the bench. You've got Holland in the starting lineup. You're a lot deeper than you were at this time a week ago.
And I would love to have you back, but I didn't ask you to go out and get in trouble. If I'm the Pistons organization, I have a line. I have a set line that I'm willing to go for you. Yes, we'll bring you back because you were such a great piece. But, hey, all these things happen. I spent the money elsewhere. You got to take what we're giving you, or you can try your luck somewhere else.
All right. Also, too, at the end of the day, it's like, look, do you not bet on yourself? Do you not trust yourself? We're willing to give you more money this year in a one-off and prove yourself.
Right.
Like, improve yourself.
It's not more money, though. It's $7.2 million. The more money would come in the multi-year deal. It's not more money, first and foremost. And second of all, he didn't get in trouble last year.
No,
he got
didn't.
that was trouble from a couple years ago when he was in Minnesota.
It didn't come out till
that's
last
the
year.
difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
It didn't come out.
But there were other signs and other flashes of things that we saw last year.
Sure.
Where you're like, you this may have happened 2 years ago, but you're still kind of in this phase, if you will. Look, we got a year deal for you.
Yeah.
Like, you got a year deal for you, take it. If I give him a multi-year deal, now I got to worry about money, Alec. Now I got to worry about money, like you said, with Jalen Dort. Now I got to realize who's next. Now I got to realize, we got this and got that on the side. Also, I got to worry about, are you gonna be liable? Are you going to be responsible for 3 years? Locking somebody into a one-year deal is very different than 3. Because 1 year, you can focus for 365. You can turn all the noise off, all the BS off. You can dial it in, focus in for 365. You at 366, I don't know if you go out and do something crazy. I don't know if you get back into whatever else it is. I don't have to worry if I do a one-year deal with you. I can sign you, and then we're good.
You were willing to do the 3-year deal before all this, and he's been cleared of it. He didn't participate.
I gave that money to Karis LeVert. He has it now. So, hey, this is how it shook out. I'm sorry.
But I just gave you the numbers.
New circumstances.
You could do the 3 years. Let's round up. It's 30.9.
Yeah.
You could do the 3 years, 31. I'm giving you the option.
Yeah.
You're the general manager. The 1 or the 3, and you guys are standing firm on the 1.
On the 1.
Do one.
Okay. I agree with you.
I can't handicap myself.
I just want you to know. I would do the same thing.
Okay, all right.
He's a contrarian.
You got us. You got us.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see. I mean, that's my belief too.
Yeah.
I hesitate on saying bet on yourself all the time because he bet on himself last year, and damn it, he earned it.
Bet on yourself again. You have a skill that the NBA absolutely needs, the three-point shot.
Yeah. So why not give him a multi-year deal? Somebody's out there should give him a multi-year deal.
Somebody.
It just wouldn't be me.
Might not be me.
Right.
There you go.
I wonder what was the conversation between Malik Beasley and the Detroit Pistons before he came here, and how much of that he knew he didn't share, and then when it came out, now the Pistons and Trajan Langdon are looking like dumbasses.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wonder how much of that weighs into it, because if you don't tell me this is going on, my apologies. If you don't tell me this is going on, I bring you in, we have this great year, and then towards the end of it, it starts to come off the rails in terms of what's going on behind the curtain. You lied to me. And that's why I said I wonder what happened, because I'm not saying that he did or not. But if you lied to me, how much trust you for a 3-year deal?
There you go.
Take this 1-year deal, and we'll talk to you at the end of the year. Or maybe even halfway through the year if it's going in such a manner, going such a way.
It's a strange and very interesting and at times a very difficult spot for the Pistons, because if you're Malik Beasley in his camp, you're saying to the Pistons, hey man, you wanted us before when you didn't think there were any problems. The problems were
wiped out.
Right? They're wiped out. Sure, I missed rent. Sure,
who cares about that part? That doesn't care.
Well, but sometimes it does. Like you said earlier, it can reflect character. Okay.
Yeah.
Who bails on a haircut?
But
Come on, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
no, I'm
tough.
serious. There's something to be
true.
said for
That's
that.
tough.
So,
right.
but overall,
Have we heard from Malik Beasley on any of that though? Like,
I
don't follow him.
Like, when you got people talking about $30,000 for a haircut and he went like,
his lawyers probably told him not to say anything.
It wasn't just for
smart.
It wasn't a haircut. I'm sure it was a lot of haircuts. Hey, I'll get you that.
Right,
you
cool,
know I
here
got
you
it.
go.
And
I get my haircut. My haircut costs $75. Like, that's what it costs per week. It is what it is.
But you flying them out though too. You know the NBA.
Two different barbers, $75. Like, throughout the course of a year, like that's not cracking 30. Throughout the course of 2 years, that's not cracking 30. You want to add a little fly out piece, cool. Now we at 200. That's not cracking 30K.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So
something's up.
So that 30K may be related to something that has nothing to do with haircuts, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that there you right.
Nothing to do with haircuts. He may have been gambling. It just wasn't on Caesars.
I would tell Malik Beasley, come to Lady Jane's. They'll give you a much better deal than what's going on.
Tell him go to Caesars.
Just out of curiosity, do you get your hair cut every week?
Yeah, once we're on TV, I have to. Or we're on a screen, if you will.
KG?
No, well, I haven't needed a barber in quite some time, so.
That's true. I'm usually every once a week, but I've been every 2 weeks lately. But yeah, probably about. But mine's on like 50.
But yours is every week too?
Yeah,
or every
usually,
other week?
Yeah, usually. But I've been lazy pretty much the summer. Every 2 weeks.
I got one barber that's 40, one barber that's 75, and I'm like every
that's a big discrepancy.
Every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, the one barber just cuts hair, and it's an amazing line. Shout out to my boy Socks. Like, you give him a straight edge razor,
boy.
I mean, you looking clean, so
it get you tight.
Man, I'm like once a month.
Yeah,
I'm way behind you guys.
And you don't have a beard too.
I hate to say it, but black hair is a little different. I get it.
Yeah,
a little different.
You don't have to hate to say it. It's true. I mean, black
right.
hair is different.
Yeah.
There's no question.
And this is a society. If I let it go too bad, I'm like a suspect. if I let it go too bad, man.
Like a suspect.
Calling our cars. Suspect's
Right,
wearing a Detroit hat, wearing glasses. He's about 5'10" to 6'1".
On his way down to Shane Park.
Exactly.
I would say this. Ricky's new nickname should just be Real Ricky.
Yeah.
Because he is so real. It's incredible.
Real talk.
Quick timeout. Let's dive into some football when we get back, for sure. Detroit Lions getting ready for their final preseason game, and a whole lot.
Dan Campbell playing?
Is Dan Campbell playing? That's a really good question. But first, we take a timeout. What do we have, KG?
Jack's Car Wash.
Jack's Car Wash.
Look, Jack's Car Wash is the place I go. It's where you should go to. You know it. I'm looking at it right now. I need to take my car there, but I don't have enough time today. But you do. Free car wash. Text WSN, all caps, to 888-522-1729. That's a free car wash from Jack's. You know how you get another form of a free car wash, if you will? $29.99 is the unlimited plan from Jack's. $29.99, 31 days a month, sometimes 28, sometimes 30. But guess what? You get a car wash every day of that month. All you got to pay is $29.99. Free vacuums, free compressed air, free mat cleaning rooms, 8 interior changing locations, and hand towel drying service. This is the spot for you. And also, there's over 40 locations. So pull up at one of them, Jack's Car Wash.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasta salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
It's big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He's the injury insider for Woodward Sports, and he should be the injury insider for you as well. It's Dr. Jeff Pierce. 248-426-9944. You can scan the QR code above my head. Why would you scan that QR code? Because you want him to diagnose you on what's going on with your body. You got an ache, a pain, whether it's your back, whether it's your shoulder, whether it's your knee. Dr. Pierce can get you right. He's talking about one-on-one consultation. He is the doc for you. His team, his staff. First of all, Rogine, his second in command, he will get you right. He got my lower back right. Even got my elbow right. A little bit of tennis elbow. I know some of you guys golf. You know about it. Some of you ladies golf as well. Want to get rid of that tennis elbow? Go see Dr. Jeff Pierce. He is your guy.
I don't know if people heard this news earlier today. Brian Robinson Jr. was traded from Washington to San Francisco.
Watch out.
Yeah. It's tough.
In return, the Commanders got a 6th-round pick. Now, he was a 3rd-round choice, but we don't play the game. Well, he was a 3rd, so when he comes back or when he gets traded, you get a 3rd-round pick in return. That's not the way it works. Yeah. I mean, otherwise, as soon as you drive a car off the lot at last Stanford, you could return it for the same amount of money.
Guess what? Ain't gonna happen.
Right? You've been traded. Well, first of all, I want to know what that's like. Second of all, do you pay attention to what the team gets in return from you?
Talking about driving the car off the lot? Oh, yeah, let me tell you a story. My first car I ever bought, Bentley Coupe Mulliner Edition. Bought it $210,000 fresh off the lot. And legitimately, my financial advisor told me that. Like the day I got, he said, you know it won't be worth the same once you stick the key in the ignition. Stuck the key in the ignition. About a month later, I took it to Bentley around the corner up here in Troy. I just wanted to see. I was like, I want to sell this back. Don't you know, they were like, are you serious? I said, yes. I would like to sell it back. What would be the selling value? They said we could probably give you $125.
Oh, boy.
$125,000.
Dang.
Just that fast.
That fast.
Wow.
80 right.
$125,000.
And how much was it? A sticker price?
$210.
Boy.
My goodness.
$210.
Lost some on
$125
that.
is what they told me. I'm sure I could have got a price. I wasn't serious.
Yeah.
It was more so I was in Somerset. You know what? They told me I could only get. Turns out they were correct.
Wow.
But just talking about being traded, moving on from a team, I was traded from the Cleveland Browns, halfway through not halfway, a quarter way through my 5th year, if you will. I got drafted 2005, 3rd overall, 1st round. So when I get traded in 2009, and I got traded for a 4th round pick, I think it was a 4th round pick. I got traded for a 4th round pick. The initial of my mindset was happy I was getting the hell out of Cleveland. Like I was excited. I said, oh, thank God. The Lord has heard my prayers. But then as I got on the airplane, I just started thinking, I was like, man, like they drafted me and I had 16 touchdowns and it's, I'm thinking I'm building with this franchise. Like they're going to have me. I'm a 1st round pick. How did I go for a 4th round pick? I think that's what my mindset was. But once I was able to land and shift, like that airplane ride is good for the trade. When you're able to process the thought of being traded, where you're going, what the situation is, I started looking at it differently. I started looking at, no, I'm not getting dismissed or from a team. Yeah, there was failure there. Part of that, the situation was a failure. Now, I wasn't a failure, but I failed in that situation. It didn't necessarily work.
That was your mindset? That you failed in the situation?
Well, if I got traded, then I failed. I'm coming out of college in the era where there was no NIL, there was no transfer portal, there wasn't. So I'm not able to process at like these 18, 19, 20-year-olds. I'm like, damn, they traded me.
And you just broke the touchdown record.
Like, they don't want me. I broke the touchdown record.
Yeah, that's why I was saying. I mean, you're focused more on that you failed instead of the positives that you did.
Well, there are no positives. And for me, when I got traded, that means get out of here. We don't want you. Like dang, like y'all, you want to get rid of me? They had already gotten Kellen Winslow in the offseason that year, so I watched one of my teammates go, watched a couple of my teammates go, and I thought I made it. And then I get shipped off. But that plane ride allowed me to reassess my thinking. And I was able to think like this. I went from a team that's 0-4, there was no future. I had went to Eric Mangini the week before that and asked him, could I be traded? Only after he, in a meeting, said, I know a lot of you guys aren't buying into my system, and if there's people that want to move, come up and talk to me. I went and talked to him. I went man to man. It didn't happen that week, but then it happened a week and a half later. But I was able to realize that I'm going to a situation where this team traded for me. Mm-hmm. So if I'm worrying about a team that got rid of me, what I need to be paying attention, this team wanted me. This team wanted me for whatever that reason was, and we ended up having success. So I think it's bittersweet when you get traded, at least the first time. Maybe after that it's business and you understand it a little bit more. So yeah, that's kind of how that process
That's
went
an
for me.
Interesting conversation with Eric Mangini.
Oh, man. He was great one-on-one. He just sucked in a whole team area, in a whole team facet. He wasn't good. One-on-one, he's a brilliant mind. He's the most brilliant coach I know in terms of all the things he knew.
Really?
He knew every part of offense. He knew every part of defense, all the nuances, all the coverage, all the calls, who works best, special teams. He knew all the things. He just didn't know how to be a head coach. Like, he took everything that essentially, that Bill Belichick taught him. He took it all to heart, studied it all, memorized it all. He knew it all. He just couldn't be a head coach, But that's what I take from my situation with getting traded is they didn't want me, but this team that's trading for me, they do, and had success with the Jets. And
are you surprised at the Brian Robinson Jr. trade?
Yes, this one catches me off guard. Like I feel like in a space where we're not surprised about anything anymore. Brian Robinson is a guy that's going to get you 8 to 10 touchdowns a season, rushing. He's a hard-nosed back. He can pick up those hard yards, has a wiggle to him. He seemed to work for the Washington Commanders. We saw it here in Detroit, as well as you've seen it. So I think with what they're building with Jaden Daniels, Debo, as well as Scary Terry, now you got Brian Robinson. I thought it was a good match. But 49ers, you talked about them being this low-key team on the radar that everybody is talking about the injuries and what happened and the quarterbacks and the run is over. They made a lot of little subtle moves, and this is another one of those moves where the Rams and them is going to be fun. The Rams, they're going to be fun to watch. They're going to be fun to watch this year. The 49ers and Rams get after it.
Yeah.
People better pay attention.
I think a lot of people, the way I looked at it, I said, okay, they got rid of Debo Samuel, who I thought was a really important weapon for them. And then they decide we're going to bring in Brian Robinson Jr.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure that one out. It truly is one of the better offensive backfields in football. Forget the quarterback for a minute. When you have the 3 backs that they have, there's something to be said for that. Christian McCaffrey, obviously, when healthy, 22 100-yard games, 5 100-yard receiving games. He's a threat without question.
He's also a threat to get injured.
He is. Isaac Guerrero, who has a role, and now Brian Robinson Jr. I don't know what happens with Patrick Taylor, but the bottom line is that's a pretty deep room that they've got now.
Yeah.
Washington could have had the same deep room. Does it tell you that the running game isn't as important? And if that's the case, why did San Francisco get rid of Debo Samuel? Because of the ability to throw the football.
I just think Washington is heading in a different direction. If they're willing to part ways with a running back like Brian Robinson Jr., then that means Cliff Kingsbury is up to something in terms of what this offense is going to look like. They're going to take some different strides, put the ball more in Jaden Daniels' hands, let him do a little bit more, maybe run a little bit more design runs. And so maybe they're looking like, it's just best to get a pick for him, get a pick back, and see what it is. Add another roster spot.
who's got the best running back crew collectively? Don't throw the quarterbacks in there. So when you're thinking about Baltimore, and I know that's tough to do because Lamar Jackson is basically a running back at times, and a lot of quarterbacks are. But
Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, all those for sure.
I feel like you can't separate those three only because running is such a part of what the Bills do. It's such a part of the identity of the Philadelphia Eagles. And last time I checked, Lamar Jackson's gone over 1,000 once and been knocking at the door 3 or 4 times. But if you want to go that route, it's the Detroit Lions.
Easily.
You still think the Lions are number one?
100%. Like, until I see other ones, I think the Lions, Ravens, Bills.
You would say the 49ers now, wouldn't you? Or no? Tampa?
Tampa's floating right there. I like those a lot.
Bucky Irving, Rashad White?
Rashad White's an interesting running back because, like, if he's just the one, I don't like him. But if you add him as a 2, catching out of the backfield, you take him in some jet sweeps, also some toss plays, he's dangerous, especially with Bucky Irving, who now runs between the tackle. He's your more physical running back. I think the Falcons, I like Falcons, Lions, and then I like, because of the quarterbacks, I mean, Saquon's got 2 stacks by himself.
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter who your second, third running back is when you have that offensive line and you have that running back. Like, you're instantly in, I think, top 6, top 7.
By the end of the season, you think it'll still be that way? With Gibbs and Montgomery and considering the offensive line and things of that nature, you think it'll still be that way with Detroit's backfield?
I think you have some sneaky backfields, though. I think if you look at the New York Jets, I think they're going to operate through the run because I watched Justin Fields, and I damn sure know they're not operate through the pass. You got 3 running backs in that backfield, whether it's Breece Hall, Braylon Allen, as well as a couple of new developments, Isaiah Davis. So watch out for them, and then watch out for the Rams. Watch out for the Rams because I like Kyron a lot, and guess what? He hasn't even been the best running back in training camp for them.
Right, that's true.
100%. So I think those are 2 really good backfields that you can add to it. But the good news is, Shep, KG, and Ricky, we're talking about the backfield. We're talking about running backs.
Right.
Because remember 2 years ago, the running back was dead, right?
Yeah.
Before last season, it was like, no, we're not going to pay any running backs because the running back position is over with. Somebody told me wrong.
It's alive.
Yeah, maybe this is a sign that the running game is making a comeback. I don't think it's going to be back in the Barry Sanders days. I don't think it'll be back with, Rob Carpenter and Earl Campbell together in the Houston backfield. But I do believe Houston Oilers, if I mean, folks. But maybe it is showing an importance, or do you think it could be instead just an insurance slip for them, considering the history of injuries to McCaffrey?
I think it's a mixture of both. I don't think it's insurance. You look at Dave Montgomery. Dave Montgomery, he's a 1,000-yard running back.
He was their starter. He was the guy 2 years ago.
100%. If he didn't get hurt last year, they both would have had over 1,000 yards. So what happens is, one, it's about durability. You allow Jahmyr Gibbs to play an elongated time for you in his tenure with the Detroit Lions, and you also have a serviceable back in David Montgomery, who is actually one of the heartbeats of that offense. I think that's what they're looking to do. Like when CMC comes out of the game, you just don't want to by committee or let's see if this works like it did last year, which it did for Patrick early on when he came out. But you want to back that. No, these are meaningful reps. These are meaningful plays. These aren't decoy plays, and he provides you with that, and it allows you to rest CMC. The goal isn't to have 2,000 yards in the regular season, all scrimmage yards in the regular season, and then come up short or be hurt in the playoffs. The goal is to win the Super Bowl. And I think that's what the 49ers are starting to realize. We want to win the Super Bowl. I don't care about Christian having 2,400 yards or blah, blah, blah. Just get him his touches, get some other guys in there as well.
You would guess Washington would have the same thought, though. I mean, when they came as close as they did a year ago. And look, folks, I'm not a believer in linear, all right, with sports. I don't believe that, they made it to the conference finals last year, so they're going to make it to the Super Bowl this year or whatever the case may be. I think it's all bullcrap. I do. We use our example in Detroit of the Pistons. Well, we had to get by the Celtics, and then we had to get by the Lakers, and then the Bulls had to get by us, and so on and so forth. It's not the way it works in most sports in most cases. I think that's more the outlier than it would be the norm. So I don't think it's – otherwise Detroit would have made the Super Bowl last year. Otherwise, San Francisco would have won the Super Bowl last year. They didn't make the playoffs, and Detroit got knocked out by Washington. You would guess Washington realizes, unless they're trying to save some money with Terry McLaurin, you would guess they have the same situation, the same feeling as San Francisco does. So why not keep a really valuable asset for you?
I don't know. I would actually agree with you on that, because you look at what happened with the Baltimore Ravens. They let Lamar Jackson run roughshod for how many years, and finally they realized, no, we need a running back.
Yeah.
And we need somebody that we can trust to be the running back, and then we can let Lamar run if he wants to. I think the Washington Commanders, they didn't do that. They chose to go with Austin Eckler. And I say Eckler on purpose. It's a running joke. But I don't think they trust Austin Eckler to be that guy anymore, or the 29 touchdown machine he was with the Chargers. There's something else at play here. Maybe they believe in Jacory.
That could be, but we know this. They've kept Eckler, and they've traded Robinson Jr., and it's a bit of a surprise. This is not a surprise. Earlier, we were talking about Jeremiah Smith at Ohio State. I had some strong words about my partner's alma mater. He can relate. We'll get to that when we come back here on Braylon Edwards Show on Woodward Sports. But first, this word from Caesars.
Yeah.
Super chats. Very sorry that we couldn't get to these sooner. Shout out my boy Freddie Felt 313 in the chat. $5 super chat. Shout out to my mom for raising me right. She used to play 92.3, Anita Baker, Sade, Stylistics, the Gap Band, etc. Def got my soul from my mom. Shout out Freddie.
Anita Baker
worked for that station too.
You worked for them all. Anita Baker had a beautiful voice, also a really good looking woman. All right,
no, absolutely. And then he also chimed in another $2 super chat from Freddie.
Hey.
Little Richard and Chuck Berry invented rock and roll. Definitely agree with that. One more from Freddie Felt. Another $2. Without blues and jazz, there will be no music. Absolutely agree with that.
100%.
And we have one more super chat from my boy Nikki, Detroit. Shout out to you, $2 super chat. Go Lions! Y'all know what it is.
Down the field.
Oh yeah, all day long. I want to hear that 12 times a game.
Would you like that song to go away, or do you like that?
No,
I love it.
I want that job. What are you talking about, baby?
I love it.
How many more jobs do you want?
All of them, baby.
All of them.
You're a pretty greedy dude.
I got kids, Shep. You know how it is.
But Shep, I'm in the minority. I was liking the song when we sucked, and I understand why people don't like it. I don't want to hear that when we getting blown out by 40. I get it. But now that the Lions win, when you go to a live game and that song gets played, oh my, the experience is crazy. I absolutely love that song. It's ours. It's ours.
Shout out to Theo
I will
Gridiron.
say this, Shep.
That doesn't make it good.
Yeah, I understand that.
Hear me out on this. You ready? Because I'm going to be on both sides. Not like that. All NFL theme songs suck.
Yeah.
Like all NFL theme songs suck because it's not college. Like they all have a super cheesy feel to it.
Do they all have a song? Does every team have a song?
But not all of them. The ones that have songs, they all suck.
Yeah.
Like I played for.
Buffalo got one.
Well, that's different. That's a chant.
Yeah, that's a chant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the chant is fine, but like no. The ones that have this feel where you're like, man, look, we grown man getting paid. Well, I guess now kids get paid too.
Yeah.
But it just didn't have that feel. Like it had like, what are you doing this for? But the Lions one was always fun. Like I didn't say good. Lions one was always for. Even at the Silverdome, you remember how loud that echo would be in the Silverdome with 93,000? So I think I got immersed in the fun feel of it.
Yes.
So now he's always at this bar around the corner from my house too. Shout out, I forget his name.
Theo Gridiron.
Yeah, he's a good
shout
dude
out
too.
Theo,
he's always
man.
up at Uptown. But
Theo in the hard hat, I need it.
100%. But I think it's a fun song. Is it a good song? No. Are any other NFL songs good? No. But it's a fun song.
I agree with everything you said.
Yeah.
Just because you got a song doesn't mean make it good.
Yeah.
And just because everybody else has got a bad song doesn't mean it's okay to have one. I would love for it to go. I'm sorry. I would love for it to go. I'm not trying to be a wet blanket. I'd love for it to go away.
I bet you love it if you heard it on February 4th. Or wherever.
Damn right. Imagine the city of Detroit in unison.
We got to hear it in the Super Bowl.
I can hear the city of Detroit in unison chanting Lions or Brad Holmes, or
that's
Dan
too
Campbell,
bland, man.
or
No,
Amon-Ra
that's too
St. Brown,
bland.
or Jared Goff, for crying out loud. I don't need forward down the flipping field to
A
make me
team that
feel
yield.
tingly inside.
A Lions
I don't
team that
need
will
that.
not yield.
Okay,
Damn right.
Can I throw something out there, KG?
Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor. Cut the Jared Goff chance out. Like,
Really?
cut it out. It was cool in the initial when you started believing in Jared Goff. It was cool when we were showing him that we supported him. It was cool when we took off. It was cool when we went 12-5. It was cool.
Cool at the draft.
It was cool. It was great at the draft. It got, the Pistons game, fine. It was cool. After the Washington Commanders game and how that ended, stop with the Jared Goff chance.
Yeah.
Like,
I did find it odd that they would do it at the Pistons game if he wasn't there.
Yeah.
Like, if he's front row, okay. that's
Because the
cool.
Pistons sucked back then. That's why they would do it.
I've
doing
been
it last
here. I'm
year?
well aware of it.
Yeah.
That's not the reason you do it, okay? I mean, it's just, it's odd if he's not there. That's all I'm saying. You know?
Stop it. We got it. Like, he has the support. He got the money. We appreciate. Like, he's supported. He's loved. We know that. You can stop with the chance.
Yeah, but remember, let's not just blame the fans. I mean, players were doing it. Amon-Ra St. Brown's doing it.
Right.
So that don't
It
mean
was
you
a
have to
movement.
join
I'm
in.
all for
I
it,
don't
man.
disagree with him. It doesn't. I mean, we're not sheep. We don't have to follow the
so
leader.
corny.
Exactly.
All right, let's go to Caesars.
I love it all. I'm just corny, bro. I love it all. None of it bothers me.
You want, but that's because you want the job.
Right,
You
all
want
of
Mason's
it.
job.
I just-
You want Mason's job at the Palace, or I mean at Little Caesars.
Don't tempt
Okay,
me.
You want all these
I'm about to
jobs
go- I'm about
because
to
you
see
got
Mason a little
kids.
bit.
I've got kids too. How many more jobs do you need?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll let you know when I get there.
You don't have enough time.
I'll let you know when I get there, but there's plenty of time. If I told you you placed a bet for $1,000, if you lost, you get to keep that $1,000. You probably think I was crazy, but that's exactly what Caesars Sportsbook is doing right now, man. Scan that QR code or just use the code Woodward1000 is your choice. Both of them will work just fine, man. Every single bet between $20 and $1,000, if it doesn't hit, you'll get it right back, man. Download that Caesars Sportsbook app today. It is the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Once again, use that code Woodward1000, or you can scan the QR code. If that's your style, man. Do that now. Download that Caesars Sportsbook right now. We'll be right back.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Your fitness is essential, but right now we want to talk about your high school kids. Almost in school. Some of you have already started, but guess what? It's okay. Until the 31st, you still can work out for free. We want to get you in the gym, feeling good, feeling great, and get you ready for your year, whether it's your sophomore year, junior year, senior year. It doesn't matter if it's your freshman year. Want to get you in there. Now, for the rest of you individuals, got to get you to the gym, man, because it's home of the judgment-free zone. We don't judge here at Planet Fitness, man. We want you to come in, work out, feel good, feel great. We also have trainers there on staff. They can get you in the game, man. They can guide you to the things that you want to do and help you become the person that you want to become. And then the gyms are clean. How clean? Squeaky clean are the locker rooms. Come up to Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Woodward Sports here at the Crim Festival of Races in Flint, Michigan, presented by Planet Fitness. Thanks for having us out. We are here at the Expo where they are getting ready for the multitude of races that there are this weekend. You got the 10K, the 5K, the 5-mile option, the Michigan Mile, and the Teddy Bear Trot. So there's so much going on here in Flint. It's been going on since 1977. They really have it popping. They got chiropractors. They got braids for the girlies, making sure they're looking good with the nice, vibrant hair. We got shoes, sunglasses, visors, whatever you could possibly need to turn up your racing game. They have it here. So make sure you check it out. The Crim Festival of Races here in Flint, Michigan. Been operating since 1977. They're good people. They know how to get it done, and they have it running smoothly all weekend. So it's already popping. You can see the people walking behind me. Make sure you check it out here in Flint, Michigan.
Good stuff, man. I mean, the Michigan Mile setup, the Special Olympics setup taking place there, the Lois Craig Invitational. It was, it's always a special event. Ricky's been in Flint, lived in Flint for a while,
3
worked
years.
in Flint. So you realize how big an event that really is.
Yeah, I met a guy one time, came to the radio station when I was out there. He was from Australia, and he did it every year. He would come there every year to run that race. And
From
it was
Australia
From
every
Australia, yep. And people come from all over, like real marathons. And basically, everybody who does like the Boston Marathon or the big marathons, they do the Crim.
So somebody told Justin that the Crim is so big and so enjoyable that it's one of the best marathons they ever run in, and they compare it to the Boston Marathon and the New York Marathon, believe it or not, and the Japanese Marathon. Those are the three they compared it to.
That one.
That's how big this is.
Yeah, it's nuts. The city
people
shuts down.
Coming from all over the world to go to that.
Yeah, shout out to Flint, man.
Yeah, good for them. Way to go. I was this close to buying a Braylon Edwards golf shirt that he wore the other day.
That's a pretty penny.
I was in Grayson earlier today, downtown Detroit.
Oh, you saw it?
And I went up top. I went upstairs to, I guess they call it their locker room area. And I saw it, and I went, that's it. I could show you a picture right now. I almost bought it. It's such a good-looking shirt. They have such great stuff. But I will say this, and don't get me wrong, I think you should support them. They're Detroit-owned and all, operate and everything
160
else.
shirt is crazy.
Yeah, it's just. I think it was 120. I think it was $120. I'm like, for a golf shirt. I mean, come on.
This is my question. Is it worth? Like, is it a good shirt? Does it last?
Shirt.
It doesn't shrink.
Beautiful.
I'm paying $160 for it.
It's beautiful.
It's 120. Luckily, it's 120 over there.
There you go.
Yeah, it is a lot. I think you justify things now, Shep. Everything costs.
I know.
So I think if I got to look at it, I got to pay this for that or this for that. What am I comfortable with paying on the quality side of things?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if I'm going to have a quality golf shirt, like that Grayson golf shirt that I had yesterday, like, I'll wear that golf shirt for the next 10 years. Yeah. Like, maybe even more. Like, it's one of those golf shirts. Yeah. It's not like when the golf shirts came out 10, 15, 20 years ago where after 5, 7 years, you're going to put them in a box or put them in a closet, either give them away or they'll just be there. I think they make clothes now or shirts now. I'll be wearing this shirt 20 years ago.
I'm never going to look at that shirt and say, I don't like it. Okay, so Ricky can afford it because he works 15 million jobs.
He's Jamaican.
Right. And he wants more.
Maybe.
I mean, he's already worked 3 jobs today. He's got another one tonight. So,
Your facts. That is the count for today.
That's exactly right. Speaking of golf, the second round of the Players is taking place in Atlanta, the Tour Championship. Tommy Fleetwood, a familiar name, 7 under par. He's atop the leaderboard with Russell Henley at 13 under. Cam Young was unbelievable. He shot a 29 on the back.
That's crazy.
29.
I couldn't even imagine.
I know. He's at 11 under par. Scotty Scheffler's at 8, just so you know. All right.
Is this, not to cut you off, is this going to be the weekend that Fleetwood closes in the United States of America?
Man, I hope
on the
so.
PGA Tour.
Yes.
I don't know. I do. There's a part of me that roots for. You guys probably already know this. I root for all Americans first and foremost.
As you should.
But I do like Tommy Fleetwood, and there's a part of me when I see certain players fail like this, like he has. I think it's 163 PGA Tour events, and he hasn't won. That smarts a little bit for me. I'll give you an example. I was watching that Buffalo documentary when the Bills went to 4 straight Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Knowing how great Bruce Smith was, how great Thurman Thomas was, how great Darryl Talley was, Andre Reed, obviously Jim Kelly, Marv Levy. I remember looking back and going, it's the Braveheart moment. Mercy. I want them to have some success there.
Right.
I would like to see him have success. That doesn't mean I'm rooting for him over Russell Henley. Doesn't mean I'm rooting for him over Cam Young or Scotty Scheffler or All-Americans or Patrick Cantlay, who I'm not a big fan of. But if he happened to win, I would say, okay, I'm okay with that. Like, my son's rooting for him. I'm rooting for Scheffler. I'm rooting for Morikawa. And he's like, no, Dad, I really want, I want Tommy Fleetwood to win because I think he's a good dude.
And
for something like this, I can drop the I cheer for USA for sure. But for this, I can drop the USA because of one thing. Well, not one thing, but one. Man's a hell of a golfer.
Yeah, he is.
He's a hell of a golfer too. Like, he puts himself there consistently. Each weekend, he puts himself in a position to have a chance on Sunday. And then 3, every time he comes up short, which is what we talked about, he is the first person in front of the camera, in front of the microphone, will tell you, I just came up short today. I wish I could have 13 back. I went a little aggressively. Maybe I should have laid up a little bit more. And then the guys play good. You got to take your hat off to insert player here that's beat him on Sunday. I'm cheering for a guy like that.
I'm with
you.
you.
In this era where people are, not people, it's very disrespectful to generalize everybody, but in this day where a lot of individuals are a-holes or are whatever else, he's not that, so he's got my vote. I hope he wins.
Not just that. Yeah. It's I hate the word choke. I think it's overused in sports. Sometimes guys just play better than you do on a day.
Yeah.
Sometimes the other team's just better. As somebody once told me, they're driving Mercedes too. So sometimes that guy gets the better of you. I mean, that's what happens in sports and in competition.
There is a choke factor, though, and to your point, I hate the word, too, just like I hate the word bust. Like, I feel about choke how I feel about bust. Yeah. But if Rory McIlroy at the 2025 Masters would have lost in overtime after missing a 2-foot putt, that would have been an example of not somebody being better, but him choking.
Agreed.
Yeah, but to your point, there are very few where you can just say those 5 letters.
Yeah.
He choked.
Speaking, I don't think Ohio State has choked against your alma mater the last 4 years.
BTA.
But recently, Jeremiah Smith, who I think you admire because of his skill, based on the same position as you played, Jeremiah Smith came out and said this to CBS Sports with the rivalry with Michigan, and I think it's something you can relate to. I thought of you right away. He says, with everything in me, I hate him. Absolutely hate him regarding the University of Michigan. He said, where did I learn that? High school recruiting first came in. I made a mistake. I was wearing a dark blue shirt. Coach Brian Hartline, who's their wide receivers coach, I believe, and Coach Keenan Bailey were like, you can't wear them colors here. I was like, okay, it's real. When did you first learn of and I think the word hate is appropriate. Like, I watched the Yankees and Red Sox last night. They don't like one another. That's cool. I think hate is appropriate there. You and I have talked about the lack of rivalries in sports. This is a hateful rivalry. When did you learn it?
I didn't learn hate from my dad. Like, when we were talking about, like, I learned that I didn't like Ohio State from my dad, who played in the rivalry, played at University of Michigan, all Big Ten as well. Like, I didn't learn hate from him. Like, my dad had friends that were Ohio State. He had Keith Byers. One of the best running back fullbacks in Ohio State history.
Could catch and run.
100%, way before his time in terms of what he was able to do. That was my dad's good friends. I saw him at the Reggie McKenzie camp every year. He would come out to Highland Park. He was a member of that. Yeah. So, like, I saw my dad have Ohio State. Pepper Johnson. There's another one of my father's friends. He was on that Giants team that you were talking about yesterday, right here in Detroit. Went to McKenzie High School.
Yeah,
so
and Carl Banks.
100%.
Yeah.
He went to Ohio State. So my dad had Ohio State friends. So I knew that it was a respectful rivalry. I knew that I didn't like them, but I didn't know that I hated them until I started hanging around Marcus Ray and Charles Woodson. Like when I was going around there and I was hanging out with them, when I was in the dorms with those guys, when I was in spaces, like they talk in a different language about them. Like their hate was real. Like
they're from Ohio though,
and they're both from Ohio.
Both from Ohio.
Both
Yeah,
from Ohio.
right.
Like when Marcus Ray would talk about his disgust and his dislike, he would break it down in terms of what Cooper was, what the institution was, what the state of Ohio was, what the players were there, and then the same thing. They were going through that thing with David Boston.
Yes.
So that was at this time Woodson, Marcus Ray, Charles, and they're fighting that. Andy Katzenmoyer.
Yeah.
So the hate from the players that were there that I could see. My dad played at Michigan, but I wasn't on the sideline in 77. I wasn't in the locker room in 81. Like, I was in the locker room in 97. I was in the dorms in 96. And then when I was getting recruited again, eventually 99, 2000, like, they hated them. Like, they could not stand the players. And we were winning at that time.
Yeah.
So I can understand where Jeremiah Smith is coming from, because not only are they not only do you hate them, not only does Ohio hate the state of Michigan, they can't even say Michigan. Now they really hate us because they can't beat us. And so now if you're wearing the blue at Ohio State like I once did, I wore a red WJLB. We're talking about the radios.
Hey, worked
like,
there too.
WJLB had like the triangle and then the red was on the outline.
Yeah.
You know how small that red is? It's not that much.
Right.
I wore that at Schemberkler Hall, and Big John Falk, equipment manager. You know Big Johnny.
John, yeah.
Big John. Hey, friend. You better take that. He went off on me, and he's not even a coach.
Yeah.
He's the equipment manager. So then it's like from dealing with Charles, dealing with Marcus Ray. Bring Marcus Ray up here to talk about Ohio State right now and see what you get out of him. That taught me that there was hate there. And then the first time I played him, like, it just was Jim Tressel. And I respect him, but first thing he did in his press conference when he got hired, January 2001. I wasn't even at Michigan yet. Blah, 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 blah. And the final thing he said, and that team up north, we're going to beat their ass. Yeah. And
I think he said that in an Ohio State basketball game.
He did.
Yeah.
He did at the homecoming. So they won, but you start to get these moments. Like, why is a head coach, like, he's making it such an emphasis to talk about one school, the school that I want to go to, Charles and Marcus Ray in the locker room. They weren't talking about Wisconsin. They weren't talking about Illinois. They weren't talking about all these teams, Iowa, which they had lost to, Northwestern. Mm-hmm. They were talking about Ohio State, and the way in which they talking about was hate. And then when you play in that rivalry, like, it's just one of those.
How long did it take for you to understand that this is a different game? When you were in the game is what I'm talking about.
After my sophomore year, we lose Ohio State my freshman year. I think we were 8-4. We lost Ohio State. We every game you should have won.
Yeah, I was just
you know that's
say, you say that a lot. Yeah.
Well, we should have.
Yeah.
Like, realistically, it's 30 seconds less. We're on the 12-yard line, and we run a play called Badger Open. Badger Open means the receiver in the slot, if it's covered 2, he runs a skinny post. He's wide open because the safeties are wide. If it's single high, well, then you run the corner route because it's man on man, and you try to beat your defender to the corner.
And the quarterback just throws it to the pylon.
100%. The wide receiver, who I will not name, I've dropped my fair share of passes, so it happens. It's no shade. He's wide open, and Navarre put a ball right on his number, and he was in the end zone, and he dropped it. But with that being said,
it's a Jackie Smith moment, if people remember Jackie Smith with the Dallas Cowboys against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Roger Staubach put it right there, and he dropped it.
They start calling for Lloyd Carr's head.
Wow.
After that second year, we lost my freshman year on that play. Sophomore year is when they won the national championship. That was another game I got cheated. I caught a touchdown. They said I pushed off on Chris Gamble. Meanwhile, he was holding my face mask the whole way.
Good one, yeah. I remember
Another first round. He's holding my face mask the whole way. After we lose that game, they were starting to call for Lloyd's head. I'm thinking to my young self, 19 years old, this man just won a national championship. And had a Heisman Trophy winner, like in 3 years after taking over when they said it was all on Gary Moeller. He found a way to win a national championship. Now you mean to tell me you're about to get rid of him? And it was all because we couldn't beat Ohio State. Like, that's when I knew how important that rivalry was, because Lloyd you started to hear the rumblings. Like, was it the best move to hire him? Was 97 Gary Moeller's players and blah, blah, blah. So that's when I started to understand that this is serious business, because they're about to fire the guy that recruited me because we couldn't beat one team.
Yeah, that's another pet peeve of mine, winning with others players. You still have to coach them. They still have to make plays and all that other stuff. Fascinating stuff. I do remember I used to do sideline reporting for Michigan football, and I remember walking across the field with a friend of ours, John Wangler, and another former Michigan player, and they were telling stories, and it was great. And they brought up Andy Cannavino. You remember Andy Cannavino? He's from Ohio, too.
Yeah.
And the whole week, all the Michigan players were just in his face saying, John Cooper didn't want you. John Cooper did. No, it was Bruce. Earl Bruce. Earl Bruce didn't want you, all this other stuff. And very first play kickoff, he makes this tackle right in front of Earl Bruce in the Ohio State, and he gets up and he starts screaming at him, you didn't want me, and all these, obviously, other superlatives. But it showed me right there that there is a link and a connection. I don't care who's your best friend. When you are out there playing in that game, you and your teammates experience something nobody else comes close to. Like there's a certain, it's like a golden dome that you can't penetrate, because that's an experience like no other.
Like the thought I had about that game, just to make it make sense, especially for the younger crowd. Now this football is a little bit, it's not as physical as it was. I used to dream about knocking A.J. Hawk out of the game. Not out of the game. I dreamed of knocking him into a point where he would be in trouble. Yeah. Like, that's how crazy it was. I'm not talking about knocking him out. Now you're on the sideline smelling salts, which are now illegal. Smelling salts, wake him up, put him back in the game. No, I want him in the hospital. Like, I wanted Will Smith. I wanted to cut Will Smith's ankle. I wanted to break his ankle so that he would know I was there. So he would know that I thought about them 365. Like, that's what it was back then. I wanted to get hit, coming across the middle by Bobby Carpenter, and then catch the pass and get up. Like, that's all you got? You know what I'd say after that? Superlative.
Yeah.
And it starts with a B.
Yeah.
That's all you got?
Yeah.
That's the intensity of that rivalry. And that's where, when you have a coach that does a good job explaining that and letting you know what that is, a whole staff, like a whole community, man, you understand what that is.
Does it have to be passed down? Because you're from this state. I used to ask this of Michigan basketball players about MSU.
Yeah.
But the guys who weren't from the state of Michigan, I said, do you understand the rivalry? Do you understand the passion that's associated with it? I'm not sure they could until they played in it. Did you have to explain it to people who weren't from the state of Michigan or from the state of Ohio in a different way?
Yeah, 100%. Like, I knew the fight song when I was a kid. Like, a lot of guys, it take them 2-3 years to learn the fight song. I'm being over-exaggerated, but, like, it takes a while. Like, you're immersed in this. It has to be passed down. I put it to you this way. When Jim Harbaugh first got to Michigan, remember he made the comment, he came out and said, he said, it's just a game to us. I was working for Big Ten Network at the time when they were talking about the rivalry. And this was, he got here 15, so 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. This is around 17. He said, it's just another game for us. You know, we approach it like we did every week. It wasn't just a game to Urban Meyer. It's not what Urban Meyer passed to those kids, because he learned under John Cooper, who learned under Earl Bruce, who learned under Woody Hayes. They passed that down. So in that 6-year shot, Harbaugh versus Urban, they were destroying us because Ohio State still felt that way about the rivalry. Michigan didn't. Now turn the tables in 2021. Harbaugh changed the mindset. Now you start to see the clock. Now you start to see, what have you done today to prepare for Ohio State? Now you transition and you teach this era kids what the rivalry meant to you when you were playing in the 80s. Ryan Day comes in. Urban Meyer's gone. Ryan Day don't care about the rivalry. He cares about getting NIL money, bringing in the top 5 recruits, and making sure his offense is going to be tops in the league. Now their players are different. Now the rivalry has changed because Ohio State cares about getting the national championship. Michigan cares about both. And one more important than others, beating Ohio State.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of Buckeyes last year. Tyleik Williams, one of them, who went 0-4 against Michigan in their career, would strongly disagree. And
disagree with what?
Well, that Ohio State does care about both.
But I'm not saying that they don't care about both, but what the emphasis became was not on the rivalry of the University of Michigan. The emphasis for Ohio State became more about branding individuality, letting your wide receivers know that they can do whatever they want to, branding the quarterbacks, branding, hey, we want you to come here and be your own person. You know, we want to pay you this, we want to pay you that. We go to national championships, which they did, which they do.
That's
respect
good.
To them.
I get it.
The emphasis on the game changed, and I think the emphasis for Michigan, Harbaugh went back to Bo Schembechler and the basics. And I think, you know, once Urban left and Ryan Day kind of came and took over, it turned more into the flash, the finesse, the money, the glitz, as opposed to, no, you better dial this in.
How quickly do you think Sharon Moore learned it, considering he played at Oklahoma and wasn't necessarily as closely associated with it as you and others?
I think he learned fast because Oklahoma and Texas is one of the greatest rivalries in college football, the Red River Shootout. So I think he understood that, and that's going to actually be a great game, him going back to Norman.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he understood from that point of view. But then I think he understand when he saw what happened to Jim, when he saw how it was going for them, because he was there for a lot of what Jim went through at Michigan. So I think he saw it from that point of view. He saw it from the media, and they don't care about it, and they can't beat Ohio State, and this, you saw it. And now that you win, like Ohio State is all the money and all the things. I mean, Jeremiah Smith is amazing. They still can get some receivers.
Yeah.
They still get really good receivers.
Yeah, they do.
But you see it on this side now. Like, the players are coming to Michigan. The players want to be at Michigan. The physicality is Michigan. Like, yeah.
How much do you respect a young kid like that who understands it so quickly and uses the word hate? I don't like the word oftentimes, especially in our today's society, but I think it's healthy in sports, personally. I mean, I don't want physical harm. I don't believe in throwing batteries at people on the sideline or anything, but if you want to hate your rival, I say thank you. I don't think there's enough of it in sports.
I believe it when I see it. Like, if this is true, I like it, because this is what I wanted to get back to. Like, this competitive edge, this back and forth. I want to be preparing for a guy that I know is preparing for me. Like, that makes it even better when you get in that game. Marvin Harrison said a couple things about Michigan, but outside of a couple plays, where was he to be found? Especially last time he played against Michigan. Like, where was he at? So if that's what your big brother was, how are you any different? So I want Jeremiah to prove what he says come November, because guess what? It's in Ann Arbor. And if he does it there, I have a lot of respect for him.
Yeah, I wonder if he'll say that to Will Johnson now that they're teammates. We'll get to the mailbag.
He's been locking his butt up, too.
We'll get to the mailbag after a brief message. This from Massage Chair.
Had to clean up. Shout out to Silas, a.k.a. Burn, in the chat with $5. I think that
good Deep Purple song.
Oh yeah. I think that loss to Michigan last year pushed them over the edge because they had all caps to win the Natty because they went 0-4 against Michigan. Shout out to you, Burn.
Okay.
Yeah. To that point, you brought up golf, and you were talking about Fleetwood winning.
Yeah.
I think it's good for the sport if Fleetwood wins, because I'm tired of seeing Scottie Scheffler just look so easy on Saturday and Sunday. I know he doesn't win all the time, but it feels like that. I think Fleetwood wins. I think you see a motivated Scheffler, and I think next week could be an amazing round for him. Just like that comment. Sometimes you got to get your butt consistently whooped to change it. It happened to Michigan. I'd be lying if I didn't say this didn't happen to us for a long time.
Yeah.
And it forced us to become something better. It forced us to be a better version, because at some point, you got to take the foot out of your butt.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know if you guys heard the story.
No pause on that.
What Scheffler has said about Tiger Woods. The last round he played with Tiger Woods, I think it was in 2020 in the Masters, and he couldn't believe how locked in he was on every single shot, even though he wasn't in it. Every single shot.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's what I got to get to, and that's why he's so good now. He credits that round, part of it. Obviously, his talent is one thing.
Yeah.
But the whole mentality, where if there's one thing that's close, I don't think it's fair to compare anybody to Tiger Woods, but if Scheffler's close to him in any regard, it's that angle. The angle is every round I'm going to play like it's my last round. Like I'm here to win it. Even if I'm not in it, I'm playing it to win it.
Yeah.
So that's the mentality that he has. Not too dissimilar, I would guess, from this. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. Massage Chair House.
Oh yeah, I'm in the process of reading Tiger, the book by James Patterson.
Yeah.
Great book, man. He just got caught cheating. That's the part I'm on.
Yeah. Patterson's a great writer.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Looking to upgrade your relaxation game? Check out the Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills. It's the largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest with top brands of massage chairs like Infinity, Osaki, located near the corner of Woodward and Long Lake Road. Experience luxury comfort with Dr. Eric Duncan. He's the Wellness Doc, creator of the top YouTube massage chair review channel. Book your visit right now. Check massagechairhouse.com or just scan the QR code, man. Massage Chair House, your ticket to the ultimate recovery and relaxation.
Into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports. The Super Bowl parade in Detroit will be one for the record books. Detroit just does it different. Woodward Sports, your official Super Bowl or Bust Lions network.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
You know, the Royals are in town, right? Royals are in town for a 3-game weekend set against Detroit. Kansas City's 9 games back. Some Royals were in here at Lady Jane's getting their hair cut.
Mm-hmm.
They know what's up.
Oh, yeah.
Give it to me, Ricky. They know what's up. That's what's up. Yeah.
It was somebody on the staff. We don't know who it was, though.
No, I know, but I was hoping for a that's what's up.
Oh, yeah, that's what's up. I'm sorry.
I didn't ask for it.
No, that's a good drop.
Yeah,
that's a good drop, Shep.
So, Lady Jane's Haircut for Men. They're good enough for Major League Baseball players. Definitely good enough for you. You walk in, you sign in, and before you know it, you're out there, you're looking like Bobby Witt Jr. Oh, yeah, clean and handsome. Lady Jane's, open 10 till 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It is wicked awesome. And you know what else is awesome?
Yeah.
Pizza.
It is.
I got a friend every single Friday night. You know what he does? Buddy's Pizza. Every Friday. It's pizza night in his house. And I can't blame him. When it looks like that,
boy.
No, I wouldn't have the olives on there.
I got buddies for pick ass today.
Yeah, literally.
I told you there's buddies in there.
In the kitchen.
When I first walked in.
There was, I'll go grab it. I'll go grab it for you, Shep.
Yeah.
It might be gone by now.
Because right now, there goes Ricky. Right now, they've got the new barbecue brisket pizza, barbecue chicken salad. They've got the summer sundae. They also have smash stacks. The burger's done Detroit style. All of it sounds good. You know why? Because it is good. It's not just good, it's great. Square slice, smash stack, full flavor. Officially at Buddy's. There it is, Ricky. God
Hand delivered.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Braylon. Buddy'sPizza.com. I'll be right back.
I don't think it's anything in those boxes.
Let's do this. Jump into the mailbag so we can get some of the questions. Do we have any?
I did see one. Give me 1 second to find it.
Are you serious? Oh, he bought you empty box?
The empty?
Somebody ate it.
I was just running. I wanted to make the time. My bad.
I don't know what's worse. Getting the box of Buddies empty or not having it at all?
Not having it at all.
Now I'm in a foul mood. Sour, pissed off, so looking forward to it. There's one little pizza.
My bad.
Okay, all right. Because there's one little pepperoni in there. I was thinking about scraping. Go ahead.
We do got one mailbag question. Shout out to Freddie Phil 313 in the chat. My dog. What excuse do you think the Michigan detractors will make after Bryce and Cole walk out of Norman, Oklahoma with the W over the Sooners? Go Blue, baby. Let's get it.
Bryce Underwood, from all accounts, has looked really good.
Yeah.
Okay. He's going to be the starting. I'm guessing here. Nothing's official here. I think he's going to be the starting quarterback. What I really like is that I believe Braylon told us this. Max Bredesen actually asked to be roomed with Bryce Underwood. because he sees the leadership capability of Max Bredeson's a captain, one of 6 Michigan captains, which is 3 too many, but he asked to be with Bryce Underwood because he sees that he wants to help him as much as possible. I think that's a great sign. Yeah.
That's what I was talking about, though, in terms of like the difference of schools. This is what Michigan has become. This is what Michigan has gotten back to. It's the emphasis on it's my responsibility to bring this young man along. It's not the coaches. It's not on the coaches or the quarterback coach or the offensive coordinator or just on them. It's on me as a player that's been here 4 years. It's on me that has a brother that has also played, that taught me, talking about Max Bredesen, Ben Bredesen. Like, it's on me. And a third brother, it's on me to help this young man out. And I feel like that's what Michigan is. That's what Alabama is. That's what Georgia is.
The great programs are like that.
The powerhouse program. That's what Ohio State used to be. Now, maybe they got back to it with Talik Williams. I hope so, because he can be a dynamo for us this season. I want to see it on the field, but that's the great institution. Is like he took that upon himself. No coach has to tell Max, hey, we want you to go do that. Ron Bellamy did that for me. Like, Ron Bellamy, legitimately, my freshman year when I got up there, like, he took me everywhere I went. We rolled around campus in his black Ford Focus, listening to Josephine Johnny, which you got to be from down south or, LS or Louisiana to know, and just told me a game. Sophomore year, his junior, same thing, giving me game.
Constantly talking
to me when I'm at Wits End with Lloyd Carr, when me and Soup, are bumping heads because I did something dumb, or I think Soup did something that was wrong. Hey, this is what you gotta do. This is how you play that situation. So you gotta have guys like that if you want to have success. And the big institutions, or the better institutions, they do.
I love that passing down.
Yeah.
We talk a lot about that with the Lions. We've praised guys like DJ Reader, who's trying to help people. We've praised Penny Sewell for helping a Tate Ratledge, a Taylor Decker taking a Christian Mahogany off to the side, or a Giovanni Manu.
You can't tell me Jamison Williams didn't get better because of number 14. You just cannot tell me in no world.
And you can't tell me that 26, now 0, didn't get better because of 5.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think that tells you how good, I was going to use the word culture, how good a franchise truly is. You've got everybody's all in. Chips in the middle of the table. Let's go.
And that stems from the head man.
Yeah.
That type of onus, that type of this is what I want to be, it comes from the head man. Because if you can have that in college and go to a bad situation and forget that.
Yeah.
Like, I went to the University of Michigan, got to Cleveland Browns. Based on what that culture was, I could easily forget a lot of stuff I learned in Michigan because it wasn't conducive. And I can have excuses, but the head man, Dan Campbell, he's taught these guys right. Saint, as he says.
I would say this about Dan Campbell. I don't know how he's in his 5th year, right? 5th year?
Yep, 5th year.
I don't know how I could not like him.
Yeah.
For all that he has stood for, how he has handled everything.
Right.
I don't know if there's another. I like Jim Caldwell a lot. I don't know if there's. How do I look at this guy and say, I don't like you? Like Jim Leland, love him, right?
Oh, yeah.
All the time.
That's my guy.
Not just because they win. I'm just talking about who they are, what they stand for, how real they are. Really important.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that about Dan Campbell as much as maybe any coach I've covered in Detroit sports history.
It's hard not to like authenticity, genuineness, success, winning. It's a cool dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard not to like that. Like, you unless you cheer for one of the other 3 teams in the NFC North, to your point, you have to, because you can't not like those things. You like winning? Check. You like success? Check. You like honesty, genuine, somebody that wants to be themselves? Yes. Check. Like, what don't you like?
Amen.
Shep, you love. My daughter, born, 9 months ago? Daphne Campbell Burns.
Okay. All right.
Is the Campbell after Dan? It's not after.
Yeah, it's after Dan Campbell. I tried to do Dan, my wife wouldn't let me, so she's like, we can do Campbell.
Oh, I thought maybe it's after Naomi Campbell.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. You should tell that story. That's an unbelievable story.
I DJ'd their Christmas. You do a job. I DJ'd their Christmas party, and Dan Campbell walked in with a beer, and I was like, I hope he comes up because my daughter had just been born. I'm like, I want to tell him so bad, but he never came close to me.
Braylon and I will make sure we share that with him.
Yeah, we got one last super chat in here, which is technically a mailbag question.
Let's roll, baby.
My bad.
It's Friday.
Hey, and make sure y'all smashing that like button. But Michigan go blue in the chat. Shep's thoughts on the Royal Series $5.99 super chat or $4.99.
Winning the series doesn't concern me one bit. Casey Mize, 12 wins already. Nobody on this team has more. So you got Mize, you got Paddock, you got Flaherty. Flaherty's been pitching pretty good against pretty good teams. Yeah, I think Detroit wins this series. I'm very, very confident in that. And they'll creep a little bit closer to Milwaukee for best record overall in baseball. Hope you enjoy that. Ricky, have a good time tonight. Make sure you keep them bumping and dancing.
I'm the warm-up DJ.
I don't give a not in our eyes. You're not. You don't have to tell it.
Right.
KG, have a great weekend. Thanks for all
you.
you do. And Braylon, go enjoy that concert. Everybody else, thanks for watching the Braylon Edwards Show. We're back with you Monday, 2 o'clock. Have a great weekend.
We have buddies.
Woodward Sports here at the Crim Festival of Races in Flint, Michigan, presented by Planet Fitness. Thanks for having us out. We are here at the Expo where they are getting ready for the multitude of races that there are this weekend. You got the 10K, the 5K, the 5-mile option, the Michigan Mile, and the Teddy Bear Trot. So there's so much going on here in Flint. It's been going on since 1977. They really have it popping. They got chiropractors. They got braids for the girlies, making sure they're looking good with the nice, vibrant hair. We got shoes, sunglasses, visors, whatever you could possibly need to turn up your racing game. They have it here. So make sure you check it out. The Crim Festival of Races here in Flint, Michigan. Been operating since 1977. They're good people. They know how to get it done, and they have it running smoothly all weekend. So it's already popping. You can see the people walking behind me. Make sure you check it out here in Flint, Michigan.